Hello and welcome. Last time out for Skrimzworld, we were doing the Valentine's Day event. That's come and gone, and now we're into fast-paced action here in March Mayhem. I'm Monty, I'm joined by Bougie. Single elim format throughout the entire day. We've got 4 series coming up, and the first one's going to be a cracker.
Yes, we've got W-Riz taking on ABS. A very interesting lineup, and as looking at the bracket, we've got some big teams that you would expect to be here aren't here. So I'm interested to see how these teams that have been knocking out these big players are going to perform tonight. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a good one for sure.
Yeah, we do have some big teams in this event. We have Rent Stew, which is a bit of a mixture from the previous split, Prodigy and Oi Oi with Cobo Misty Hawk. That's later down the line in the semi-finals. We've also got Sea Monkeys and Akimbo Esports in the other semi-final. But first up tonight, it is W-Riz against ABS, as you said. 2 solid lineups. I mean, they've done some damage, each of these teams, over the course of RLCS, and it's good to see them playing in some off-season events. And I'll also run through the roster nice and quickly for you. On the side of W-Riz, it is Volt, Big Rooster, and Maxu making the jump over from APAC for this event. And ABS is Akame, Bal, and Shugs. So 2 rosters with some relatively big names.
Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be one of those games where we might have some big moments too. I feel like we got some highlight players that do like to use over 150 boost when going for a shot. I definitely have seen some ticky-tackies coming out too from him. So I'm kind of keen to see what this series has for sure.
Yeah, and we have lost a few teams over the course of this event. It is a single elim stage for the entire way through, as I said in the intro. So it's very fast-paced. It's very much you've got to win or you're out. We saw that special mention here for a farmer, a sub, and a city builder, team of RLCS admins that played and went immediately out of contention. That was a fun one. They were all streaming as well. It was great to see them just lose immediately. Wolves Gaming did sign up, but DQ'd early on. Reborn Titans were here as well, but didn't make it through. So overall, it's been a fast-paced day, as I said, and now we move into the action.
Yeah, and straight off the bat, picking up demos. I feel like demos are going to be everything for these kind of base teams. You're going to have these mixed demons coming out, so getting rid of them early on, Monty, is literally going to be just creating freedom, space to move around the midfield, making sure you're getting in those pads as you come through. And once that demo, who knows? People just panic sometimes.
I mean, especially in a format that has been so cutthroat throughout the day. There was best of 3s to start off with. We've moved into the best of 5 stages now. When you're getting those demos, when you're upsetting the defense on the opposing side, it's very easy to get into people's heads, especially in those best of 3s. A little less easy once you move into the best of 5s because they've got more time to adapt. And this, of course, this series is a best of 5. We've got this and the semifinals, both best of 5s. And then we move into the grand final with a best of 7. So lots of Rocket League action tonight here in the March Madness event. Bao looking to get us underway after the opening minute, drops it down. Shugs, I'm looking forward to see this this side here of ABS. I think maybe not favorites in this one. I'd probably lean to the way of the W-Riz side in my own prediction here, but I do want to see ABS get some damage on the board.
W-Riz? I don't know, man. W-Riz has got Volt on their team, and if I've seen anything from this guy loves choking when the big moment comes up to him, and it does explain it for my 2s games as well. Yeah, has costed me a bit of MMR, but it's a big touch. Rooster goes high with it, tries to get a reset, can't get the pop, and straight back down there, big booming clear. Awkward from Volt, doesn't get the read like I said. Big swing, big miss, and goal for Bao. Bada boom, bada bing.
Nice goal, nice banger downfield. I mean, you talked about Volt, maybe missing in the big moments. It definitely went missing on the back wall there. Oh, it allows ABS to get the opener in this one. Took about 2 minutes to find that goal, but now that they found it, let's see if the dam can be opened or if they can go the other way. Here, W-Riz Maxu, word on him as well. Of course, playing from APAC on 100 ping. But, I mean, always seems to step up when they do make the transfer to these OCE tournaments.
You know what, half the time they're queuing our games are ranked and whatnot, so they do kind of get settled into having that little bit of delay, having to work at 50s a different way, you know, like when you're contesting the ball, you gotta make sure. But usually when you play on the high ping, the moment you actually get the ball under control, if you have the capabilities to mech out and do your solo play, regardless of the ping, it's gonna work.
Absolutely. Bal over the top. Akame might be able to make it too. Does make it too. And I had to make sure that there wasn't actually a substitute here for this ABS side because I wasn't certain if that was Akame, but I'm pretty sure it is Akame. So nice 2-0 here. And I mean, it's been a decent start here for ABS.
Yeah, decent touches for sure. And maybe just trying to find their footings. Who knows? Like you said, it's a best of 5 now. You've got that extra bit of breathing space and straight off the bat, already the momentum. So I always say it, 2 goal leads are the worst to have because they're so easily lost just from that slight momentum switch. And especially once you get one down, you're like, oh my god, that cushion goal's gone. You haven't got the breathing space. And we're halfway into this match 1 and it's a 1 goal deficit, which I say is a fair capabilities and a fair prediction on what this game would be.
Yeah, I feel like both of these teams are sort of feeling each other out in game 1, as is typical for teams of this caliber. Game 1 is always for the sort of feeling out the other team. Rooster onto the back wall, try to get something forward. Akame will get that downfield by Maxu, but Volt into cover. And I mean, I'm not too sure if I'm really feeling the offense on these teams at the moment. It hasn't been clear cut. Of course, in game 1, you don't really see the mechanics come through, but you haven't seen anything absolutely fantastic. It's mostly been defense that has been more concerning rather than the offense. Here's a great opportunity, though, onto the back wall. Maxu does get the clear.
Yeah, a lot of just big hit and goes, booming clears, that one touch into your back corner and just sending it back down and just waiting for the defense to make a mistake on one side of the field and hopefully you can just capitalize on. But there's a good touch of Maxu. Might be able to get the reset and the double. Oh my gosh, millimeters away, and Shugs. That was an all or nothing center down. Might be able to get the corner read centered, and it's a good touch out. Bal lurking on the back end there. Probably needs to put that one on target. And it's a good low 50, and all of a sudden, the play has just died down.
Yeah, and aside from Bal just banging it clear there, I was going to say, it feels as though these teams are taking a little bit more control now, not just banging it. Of course, as I feel that is the case, everyone starts banging it. Volt into the middle. Great pass infield. Maxu with the shot. No congestion. It's off the crossbar and out, though.
Yeah, that's my game right there. That literally sums up my Rocket League in a nutshell. You need that 1 goal to go in just to make it all even, and then it just says, no, sorry, you're going to have to work a little bit harder. We're actually against you at the moment. That's a great defensive touch from Shugs. Maxi does well to get back to a big miss from Rooster, and it's a 2v1 down that end. Volt decides to go as third man. Might be able to get a Laxon bump. Nope, no Laxon bump on Maxi right then.
Bal into the midfield. Good save by Volt, but the pressure is building a little bit here for ABS. They're trying to get that third securing goal with little time remaining. Another goal here would basically kill off the game. However, that does mean in reverse, if there's a tied up goal here, we could be headed straight to an OT. Maxu on the sidewall. Looks to pop it up high for a teammate, but Shugs is the first one there. That should really kill the game off unless we see something spectacular. But with that play off the back wall, it should touch down. Volt does manage to keep it alive. Now looking for the flip reset. Over the top, but Bal gets a piece. And does it drop? No, it keeps going.
It's just full on. Shugs into the backboard, and it drops now. The moment you stop speaking momentum shift and money, you didn't. Yep. You had to keep the intensity going, and then it just decided, okay, stop speaking now. Let's just die down, settle down. Game 1 kind of went as expected, in my opinion. Could have gone either way though. Like, I felt like it was going to be a close scoring game, and it definitely was. I don't think we'll see any major blowouts from both teams. Seem to be doing well solidly around the defense. We had like one little hiccup from Volt, like I was saying, giving a bit of stick for. But other than that, both teams evenly matched, and still waiting. Maybe someone might step up, hopefully, from this W Riz team. Like you said, they were more leaning towards your side of the favorites. But yeah, should be good. Yeah,
and I mean, you touched on the point that the defense looked good. I thought, of course, outside of that one main mistake from Volt, it looked decent, but it was a little bit more carefree, I guess, towards the start of the game, and then really everyone was putting body on the line defense on display towards the end, and that's what we wanted to see. People warming up in game 1. They've had a little bit of time to wait, I think, before heading into this one. thanks to the format that we have provided. So a little bit of a wait, a little bit of a delay. And now that, maybe game one's gone, we can see them warmed up and we can see more body on the line stuff, more highly mechanical plays, which I think we did start to see from both teams towards the end of game one. Just nothing absolutely being clinical just yet.
Yeah, and straight off the bat, that last 1 minute, kind of how you were saying how it shifted a little bit. The momentum really picked up from both sides. And like you said, a little bit more all or nothing. Like, it's time to go. We got to get up for it. And when you have that lead, you kind of still have to match the pace of the other team sometimes and have to step up that little bit more instead of trying to make a mistake, trying to just shut it down, and might end up finding yourself another goal as well to get that little cushion back. But straight off the bat, already both teams have we're getting cuts left, right, and center, pre-jumps, and both teams have done back-to-back double commits. Shug's off the ceiling now, doesn't get the extra touch.
Yeah, despite the little bit of chaos at the start of this game, it's seemingly more controlled from both teams, though. They're not just banging it away. They are trying to keep it in control, which is something that we did see a little bit of in game one towards the end. But at the start, it was just hang and hope that someone's downfield for you. Here's a chance. Volt saved away. Bowl across the goal line and a chance to counterattack. Akame looks to get over the top. Maxu gets a piece. Bowls up on the contest, but Volt gets it away. Shugs looks to regather here. And the infield a little bit too high for Akame. Looks to regain again, but it's cut off by Rooster.
Yeah, this series feels like it's really just going to be who makes a mistake, who does the little bit of creeping a little bit too much, because we're going to have a massive solo play or someone's going to whiff or a double commit, and it's just going to end up with a weird 50 in the back of your net, because both teams seem to be pretty grounded and where they need to be around each other at the moment. We get a double commit there, and all of a sudden this team might be able to break. Rooster tries to tap the one forward, but a good demo from Shugs on Max, who shuts that attacking play down instantaneously. And all of a sudden we're back down to the end, a little fake out double. Great shot, great play, great that's definitely gonna be comms there. There's no way you're not comming that. So good awareness from both of them there.
Yeah, and it all comes from Shug starting off that play in the back of defense, getting a good touch and then getting a good flick over the top that allowed them to break away from one end to the other. And they've scored the opener here, ABS, in game two. It's a great start for them into the second game. And I mean, if they win this one, they're on the verge of sweeping through into the next round. And that would be maybe not a massive upset, but considering the fact that I was leaning more towards this W Riz side, I'll definitely have shut me up. Great bump as well.
Hey, definitely. I'll just sit back a little bit money on that one for sure. If they managed to somehow, I feel like that's a little bit hard done by. Maxu couldn't get the touch that he needed over the top of that, and it just 50s into the ceiling and comes straight back down. And at the end of the day, Akame created his own luck. Good positioning, gets a tap in, and who knows, who cares? If it's in, it's a goal.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance here, but hang on. Rooster has just bumped Volt off the play. I was going to talk about the fact that this ABS side is looking very solid when they're going forward. They're looking like a team. Maybe this WRS side looking more like individuals, where ABS is looking to find those passes off. And then they go ahead and bump each other for me, WRS. I guess that sort of shows what I'm talking about. Maxu with a dunk into the corner. A good follow-up by Volt. Should be able to get around this one, but Akame does well out wide. Good 50 as well. Should allow him to get back to it, but Maxu, great speed, has Volt in underneath, doesn't get a touch, and Bow should play to the corner, but another 50 keeps the play going here. W Riz, they're looking to build some pressure, but finally Shugs gets the play away.
This W Riz side just seems to be lacking that last little bit. They create everything so well, they get into the right spots, but then just that little bit of execution, like you just need that one person to get that little finishing play through. You're just lacking, it seems, in that little that context. Maybe it's just a lack of midfield, picking up the boost on their rotations or their deep rotating. Haven't really paid too much attention to it, but also this intensity from ABS. Like, look, we got Bow turning with 0 on the sidewall for absolutely no reason, and then manages to fake a player out, gets the 100 bean and turns back, and all of a sudden they have possession again, and a good little 50 comes out from the corner. Rooster cheating up, has 0 beans, Volt low 50s, and I feel like that's pretty much sums it up for this W Riz side. Just haven't got that extra little bit.
Maxu, Rooster was up as well. Now Volt can go, but the infield is to absolutely no one. And I feel like that's been the story of the series thus far for W Riz. Looking for passes, but You're looking for the passes at the wrong point in time. Maxu will take a chance to turn on this one. Big 50 by Bao. Does go midfield. Shugs is there first, and a chance to just play this one into the corner and play for time here. With a minute remaining, they don't really need to go for another goal, just as long as they keep the opponents to a nil game. Maxu does get by one. Volt might be able to double this one. Middle, no, fakes it. Maxu shot, but Bao equal to it.
And it's just a nice little calm collective clear for Bao. Does give position away, but when you're up in all this confidence, all of a sudden, might not need it, but almost okay. I had to stand back a little bit. Sorry. Bit of a panic here from Akami. Doesn't really need to get the touch there. Gets the beans for absolutely no reason. Puts his teammate in a real bad place. And it's just a simple off the backball pass infield and a tap in. And all of a sudden now, that momentum shifted. You got 30 seconds to hold on, or you might be seeing an OT. And all of that chance, like you're saying, could have found a sweep. Might just run down the clock. A bump comes out, but Shugs touch, save, coming. Oh my god, I thought something was going to happen there. But no.
We're seeing a very similar storyline to what we saw in the first game, with a lead that looks relatively comfortable for ABS, and then immediately, well, towards the end of the game, it's challenged. There's still a chance for a 0-second goal, as there was in game one. Maxu does go all the way, not quite 0 seconds, but with 2 seconds remaining, they make it 2-2.
It's actually a great little solo play. Bao, I feel like his recovery is a little bit weak there and doesn't manage to get back where he kind of was trying to be in a good position there, because he should be saving that. Honestly, I'm sorry. He should be saving that. It should not be going into the back of his net, but hats off to Maxu. Does well, and all of a sudden we're in OT, baby.
Yeah, this one, I mean, really could tell the story of this series, whether W Riz can fight back and make it a 1-1, or if ABS can just secure a win here and put themselves right on the edge of getting a sweep. Rooster will turn onto this plate. Gets a great first touch, allows a great second touch. Infield play for Volt now, looking to take it to the sidewall. 20 seconds played in this OT. No real shots on target yet, but there might be one off the back of this play. Bao gets it cleared. Should be a follow-up by a teammate. It is Shugs into the corner. Rooster grabs the corner boost and can send it downfield.
Infield, not to a teammate. Shugs is up early though. That's why the battle his teammate from giving the ball away. Bao somehow gets to that beam. Maxu though still has the ball. Reset over 2. Nope, can't get it past the second one. Bao does well to save, but it's a good shot on target. Bao still has enough beans to get to it. Akami with 0 in the tank, just right positioning, right time. Bao gonna get up to that one though, and that 2-goal lead, like I said, worst lead to have, because all of a sudden it might be gone, and instead of having a potential series point, we're all even.
And a Maxu hat trick to go with that one as well. W Riz pull the game around, and it's all thanks to really Maxu there. Gets the goal with 2 seconds remaining to equalize, gets the goal in overtime to win the game. And I mean, it's looking really nasty if it does go down 2-0 in a series, but once you pull that game back, you're feeling a hell of a lot more comfortable, and I feel like W Riz might just be able to play a little bit more like their way of playing Rocket League in the next game, now that they have that settler game under their belts.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to settle into having to make the comeback every game. Now they really need to go out and just take the lead from the start and start creating the pressure on ABS, because ABS were looking to go to series point, and all of a sudden now they're all even. If W Riz can win this game, the mentals on ABS are like, oh my god, like now we have to win 2 in a row. We have to bounce back, and they kind of fell off a little bit there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of touched on it, that the defense for the 2-second goal was a little bit iffy. Maybe should have got a better touch, should have got a save away. Maybe should have even got a touch before it ended up being a shot. It didn't come through, and then they scored the 2-second goal. And then in overtime, it felt pretty much like it was W Riz the entire way through. ABS didn't really get a sight in the overtime. So for this side of W Riz, I'm sure they'll be feeling confident into this one. But as you said, if you lose here, ABS, what's that do to the mental?
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just Max who's got that longer blue tag buff, you know? Yep. Maybe that's that extra mile. And we see our first variant kickoff with both quarters sending it at it. And Skrimz were pretty famous for their shifty kickoffs. Maybe they're trying to take something out of the books of some regional champs. But anyway, we can come back to that another time. Maxu gets to round 1, tries to get back to it. No, bumps his keeper instead, but no one's there to punish from W. Shugs goes high. It's a great first touch. Great bump from Rooster though. Sets his teammate up to get a nice booming clear.
Nakame all the way back, has to deal with the first challenger. That's Maxu. Dropping it down. Good touch by Bao to get it away. Any follow-up there is Shugs. Just a simple shot on, and it hits the post and goes in. The placement was superb.
Yeah, and that's actually, it's a great clear. A little bit of a misread. Vault. What can I say? It's like game 1 all of a sudden again. 40 seconds into the match, and we're conceding because Volt's jumped and missed the ball. But anyway, no need for that. 30. Nice little touch on the clear from Maxu. Should be a free ball for Akami. Just gives it away though. And Volt has no beans in that corner. Tries to pop it around to a teammate. Rooster backing it up like Terry. Nice little pinch comes out of Akami. 50 goes high. Might be awkward. Low 50. And Volt does well to dodge that bomb deck. So I feel like that was definitely going in the back of the net if he didn't.
And I mean, Rooster, a little bit of ingenuity there. Just backing it up as you said to get a play into the midfield. But it absolutely worked. And now they can, you know, face forward. They get a midfield ball. Great pass, great shot followed up. And it's a great save to match it as Maxu keeps the pressure on. Shugs downfield, cut off by Volt. And the pressure is turning up here for W Riz. Infield by Volt, left by Rooster, just faked out one. But Akame read it and gets a play away. Maxu all the way in their own half. Should be able to play it to the corner once more. And much more controlled from both teams now.
Yep, and we're seeing a lot of the defense actually having boosts when contesting now. Both teams usually start. As I say that though, Shugs has 0 beans and does well to beat out 2 people and still get the save. Little pop action from Rooster though, it's a good infield, but both his teammates had to shoot up for that last one and weren't able to get the beans to be able to cut back for it.
Yeah, that play was weird. That play was weird. They left the plate, they left the boost for, I think it was Shugs in the corner to get it, but that actually cost them an opportunity to get downfield, and there might be a chance here. No, it's denied. But yeah, Shugs, I mean, getting left the boost, didn't get the boost, and then had to play on 0 to play for a 50. Maybe the comms breaking down.
Yeah, and maybe not even comms breaking down. Maybe they're just running it too intensely. They're not actually retracting the comms back enough. And because in these plays and moments I've played in these games, I don't comm near as enough compared to these guys. Usually when stuff's going rapidly in these types of high intensity matches, all it takes is that one little slip through and it can cost you a goal. It's a good little touch here from Shugs. Doesn't have the beats get back to it. And should be an easy clear, but all of a sudden, Roosters had to make a beautiful save.
ABS really testing the defense now, trying to work that back wall, but Volt looking to work the back wall of themselves, and that drops down. Maxu, the follow up, just simple save in the end for Akame, and a chance to break free. Shugs with the shot downfield. Volt easily enough will play this to the corner. It's very back and forth Rocket League at the moment. Maxu, flip reset by 1. Looks to keep going, but Akame does well out wide once more. Rooster midfield ball. Volt doesn't go. That might be a chance to push up now, and it is. Volt to the sidewall. Wants to find Big Rooster, and does. 50 in the tank. Drops it for Maxu. The shot comes through, but the defense does better.
We are seeing very short glimpses of those solo mechanics starting to come out where the players are getting those little bits of time, little bits of moments to actually show what they can do. But I feel like the real nitty-gritty stuff, the goals that have been very close, have been these 1-2 infield plays, the high over the top, trying to read, and just making sure you have the best positioning you can do to follow up, because mistakes are happening in these defensive systems, and it's when these passes and plays are coming out.
Minute remaining. Would love to just keep the ball in this corner at the moment, but it does have a chance to break downfield. Maxu beaten out by Shugs. Now a chance for Akame to get forward. Volt looks to get over the top in the midfield, but Bao does well again. And this ABS side really wants to run away with another one to make it 2-0 and really close out game 3. In comes Volt across to Maxu. 50 by Bao at the halfway line. Now Big Rooster with another 50, but what a play in the midfield to get another 50. Set up Akame, and now Shugs can go again with just 30 seconds remaining in this game. You've got to go length to length, and we saw Maxu score late in the previous game. Can they do it here? They should do it here. They do it here.
They've done so well for holding on to this lead for over 4 minutes. Just to have it disappear in 20 seconds or because of probably a little bit of a misread of play. Kabi didn't find himself with beans at the back, didn't probably get enough beans, and forcing a teammate to cut where really it put them in a big disadvantages, because like we saw, all it took was that one player that cut to get beat out, and next thing you know, you're having that player come through for the bump. Might not matter though, because that's a beautiful play and a beautiful goal.
Akame double flip reset from their own back wall, and Shugs, I mean, it's no simple double. There's no one in net, but from an angle like that, from the time remaining to take the lead, you've got to make sure you get that one right. And they've absolutely nailed it. 9 seconds in this one. Could we see another OT? Volt over the top gets demoed, but Bao gets it cleared. Maybe one last 0-second opportunity. Max you across. Volt into the corner, doesn't connect, and it's dropped down. ABS go on to series points.
Yeah, that play from Akame was actually huge. He gets a double reset, and then the first defender that was actually coming up there probably actually could have made it up to that ball in time. Also gets the bump. And then, like you said, it wasn't a simple double, but it was still, at the end of the day, it was open. He needs to score those, and that's the moments that you need someone to actually just put the ball away. He had a little bit of time, and I also feel like even if he missed, there was a teammate there to follow it up. That was a great game.
Yeah, and that play in particular was really, really well worked by ABS. I mean, we can talk about Akame there. We can talk about Shugs with the goal as well. But overall, the team is playing really well, making sure that they're playing for each other. And I mentioned that in game one. It looked as though this team was playing for each other, ABS. They've continued that through the entire time. I still think it's sort of a team play against solo play in these two teams, with W Riz looking more like the team that wants to go for those solo plays. Hence, what we saw from Maxu in game 2. And what we might see from Volt here. Flip reset into the top corner, but Akame does get the save away. Also, thank you for changing the name. That makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah, I definitely had a few moments where I was going to call him Shadow.
Yep.
But then I had to realize. But all of a sudden, well, I think this is the first time they've actually took the lead in regular game. I feel like it is. And
yeah.
It come from a interesting 50 and Rooster in no man's land, again with no beans, so I don't know what he was doing there, but he gets a runaway goal and they're in the lead.
If you get a goal, we can't really question it. Great positioning, great gameplay IQ there from Big Rooster to wait downfield for that play and gets the goal. And yeah, I think that is the first time we've seen W Riz with a lead that isn't in overtime. And that'll feel a little bit better for them that they haven't conceded straight away. I mean, it's been pretty consistent that W Riz concedes first in the first 1 or 2 minutes of a game. They might even go 2 ahead here. Shugs plays it to the corner, but Maxu in field not quite on the same wavelength as their teammates.
Yeah, and it could have been a little bit of a, maybe a bit of panic coming out from this ABS side, as all 3 of them were scrounging to try to get back to that. But there's a big little ceiling pinch coming from Bao, pops to the corner, should be a free ball for Akame, tries to go for the infield. Shulk's not there for it. Bolt, all he had to do is actually probably just touch that ball and that would have been in, but no finesse.
We've seen an infield by both teams now where they're trying to play it to a teammate, but their teammate's not there. So I'm not too sure what's happened, but we are almost immediately equalized here. Bao just waiting for the waterfall to drop down. And 2 defenders there, neither of them get a play onto it. Rooster just parks it in net. And Bao has, I mean, there's 2 defenders in net, but that still felt incredibly like an open net.
Yeah, it looked like one of the signature Spider-Man meme. Like, are you going? Everyone's just pointing at each other, because honestly, I didn't think that was going to waterfall down, but that goes to say why I'm here and not there. And Bao does well to clean up the mistake coming out of this W Riz side, but Rooster tries to make up for it, gets a nice 50. Bao's that one out though. Tries to get the sidewall, does do, but it goes to nobody.
Maxu, what a great cut in field. Gets over the top of Akame. Bao low boost, has to get the play away, but the pressure building here. W Riz looking to really step it up in this game, making a real play for a game 5 at the moment. Volt in control here to the ceiling as well. Finds a reset. I think wanted maybe Big Rooster to just stay where he was on the back wall so he could send it to him, but ends up leaving position, ends up not being able to get the play over to a teammate. And now Rooster looks to play this one out wide. Low boost just to chip over the top, and hello, Shugs. What's happened there?
That's a big mistake, and there's these moments that you kind of wish you didn't have them. It's just a little bit awkward the whole time, to be honest, and just poor positioning, and he's being punished for it, which is right on. This is what you need to do. WRIZ is make or break now. They need to be punishing every single mistake that comes to this ABS side if they want to progress further into this tournament.
Well, half a game left in this one for WRIZ to hold on to a lead that would force a game 5. Shugs wants to make up for the mistake there and plays it to the back wall. Couldn't quite find the bump in the... Oh, actually did find the bump at the end there. Originally, couldn't find it, but the second, using the flip, did find the bump, but it ends up not really leading to anything. Here's a chance to make it 3-1 for this WRIZ side. Akame beating out Volt infield. Maxu was there, and Bao gets it away. Shugs, great play to the corner. Might be able to get back to this one for an infield. Bao might leave it. No, the communication doesn't come through. Akame had a clean shot, and it's taken from him.
That's absolutely wild. Homie, just you don't need to touch the ball there, and that in the day, that's a goal. Those are the moments. Maybe we were saying the comms might be flowing, but not going well. But Bao tries to make up, gets around 1. Shugs touches on the sidewall, tries to get back to it. Does manage to get back to it in time, but Rooster does well to just clear a Volt. Tries to go down the other side. Akame should be able to hold on to this one as they touch it through. They do need to find themselves with a goal though. Yep. 1 minute 18 on the clock.
Bao broke the midfield line. Won't be able to get the dunk on Big Rooster. And that's a big dunk from Big Rooster. And that should secure us a game 5. I mean, there's still time in this one. 2 minutes, about 2 goals in the sake of minute 10 here. Not too sure if it's really doable for ABS to turn it around, but that big 50 by Big Rooster really cements it. It does feel like a game 5 is on the cards to this quarterfinal.
Yeah, and if you're ABS, maybe even if you can't get back into this game, maybe just trying to find that goal leading us momentum to go into the next one, because definitely don't want to go through unanswered into game 5. We're playing well. Look like they could just finish it here, but Akame shut down early. Shugs caught creeping, doesn't get the touch he wanted, does just go high with, tries to get a bump. Maxu does well to beat out from the infield, and this might just run away and be in the back of the net. It was a bit of an all or nothing play, and they definitely got nothing from it, and we're going to game 5, Money.
Yeah, I mean, that secures it there. Volt, put that as far to the right as possible. Well, it really could have just gone down the center, but that should secure game 5 here. ABS had to go. They had to commit. They had to make a play to tie us up, or at least get one back in before they could tie us up. And I mean, that's what happens when you let the goal slip by in this game. They do get forced into a position that they don't really want to be in an aggressive high line that's absolutely capitalized upon by WRIZ. And it feels as though WRIZ is building momentum heading into this game 5 now.
Yeah, maybe just the comms getting a little bit flushed, finding themselves with no beans at all, as Bao's just gonna probably just ticky-tack it all the way down, gets sent out to the side. Shugs can get the sidewall rate. Nope, because he has no beans once again. Maxu with the double to finish. Just short. Just short.
Hey, if it wasn't 0 seconds, that was going to be a goal. So, at the very least, that's, you know, something to think about, I guess. WRIZ basically a 5-1 lead at the end of that game. Brewster, 3 goals, by the way. Volt with 1, Maxu with 1. WRIZ, everyone stepping up in this game, and they needed to step up. We needed to see something better from them. We've seen something better from them. You know, the last goal that was actually scored from WRIZ was definitely just ABS really needing to get on the counter, looking to get some goals to bring them back into that game. The overcommit comes through. But now we're looking at a side that ABS, they need to step back. They need to have a little think maybe in this break and go, yep, look, we got aggressive. We had to get aggressive. Let's make sure we just rein it back in for the start of game 5. Yeah,
Shugs and Akame were doing really well defensively too. And I feel like most of those goals just then at the end of that game were only because of those little moments, those little hiccups. If they get rid of those again, I feel like it'll just be like how we had in game 3, where they just found themselves running away with it. Cool, calm, collected in the back line. That's a good little clear from Shugs on the backboard early. Foul up, tries to beat out, does manage to do so, and it's an awkward touch from Shugs. Might just been able to leave that one for Akame. And now they have to scramble back in defense. Maxu goes high with it, gets to the round 1. Can he get the reset? Does manage to get the reset, but kind of just textbook stuff there for Kami.
Yeah, Kame couldn't get the pinch. Bao does go over the top now, though. And of course, this isn't just series point. It is tournament point for these two teams. They have to win here or they're out of the tournament here. I mean, it's single elim. It's rough, but especially when you get to game 5, maybe that could play a little bit of a factor on the nerves, on the play style from these two teams. Even one goal here could be enough to send you home from the tournament. Both of these teams will be aware of that. Shugs for Bao, almost opening the scoring, but cleared away. And a follow-up still there. ABS really putting on the pressure. They absolutely want to score the opener.
Yeah, ABS, at the same time, they're throwing balls to the wall and just sending it down, but big rotations coming out for them, making sure they're having those 100 beans. They're not getting caught out in those weird plays and being a little bit more organized, so to speak, defensively and offensively.
Bao ends up giving away possession there to Volt. Double commit, but I think Rooster called off Maxiu in that play. Should be able to reset a little bit here. Finds Volt. The touch sets him up high. Looking to go alone. Flip reset. Dunked on by Shugs, and now Rooster has to turn back. Gets a great touch to take it away from Shugs. The infield is there from Bao. Cleared away by Maxiu. And the pressure going back and forth now as Volt looks to double it. It's dangerous, but not dangerous enough. Shugs will play to the sidewall and looks to break free. Maxiu with the pressure again. W is now their chance to build some of the possession here. And it is broken free by Akame, but it is back and forth, and both teams desperate to score the opener.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm just gonna say it now. Whoever scores first is gonna win this game. I'm calling it. I'm calling it early. Booge knows ball. Shugs, can he get back to it in time? No, he puts in his own net. It wasn't even in. And congratulations, W-Riz are going through in this game 5. It's over. It's over. I'm calling it early. I'm already saying it. Whoever's gonna score first, Shugs has already shown that he can score.
Scored.
Yeah.
So,
honestly,
is it W-Riz or is it ABS? Because, you know, it does go up on the scoreline for W-Riz, but Shugs was the one who put it in the net. So,
in the day, the stats say someone from W-Riz scored. It doesn't say own goal at the end of it. So W-Riz have made it through in my eyes.
Well, they've got half a game to make sure that is the case. Akame playing dangerously across their own net, but no one really contested it. Shugs in the corner, trying to get that one midfield. Demo from Rooster might open up the play. Akame, low boost, has to stretch for the save. Plays away, but it's in front of net, and Bao makes another save. Low boost on the side of ABS. They just have to bang it clear and hope that they can regain some boost as they push up the field. Volt by 1. Looks to get by a second. Does beat out Akame, but Bao will with full boost plays to the corner well and looks to break away again. But Akame, midfield ball. That's not the play you want. Maxiu cuts it off, and a chance for W-Riz to build something here.
ABS really just beating themselves at the moment.
Yep.
They need to just take a breath and just chill. Like, yes, you're 1 goal down, but if you want another chance, don't let them score. But as I say that, they score crazy. Wow. Cast and curse. Love that Volt. Great pass, man. Both sides showing they can do it at both ends at the moment. Setting up each other, scoring for each other. It's just wholesome. It's just wholesome content.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, you know, the competitiveness of this game 5, I guess that has to be questioned. Both of these teams, really, the sportsmanship is coming out. They go, no, you have a goal. No, you have a goal, and we can all be friends. Volt looking to drop onto this one. Gets an infield play. A little bit dangerous, but Akame puts their name on it. Now looking to get over the top. Maxiu with the dunk. And the defense was a little bit shaky from both of these goals as Volt over the top. It's been the story of the defenses looking not so solid rather than the offense looking really good in this game. And I want to see maybe a nice step up in terms of mechanical ability from these players to finish off this game. With a minute remaining, we're entering that silver goal type of territory, but whoever scores next might as well just win the whole thing. Shugs drops it all the way back to Akame. They're taking this playing for each other thing way too extreme, ABS.
Yeah, big clear comes out there. Volt has to try to get a nice touch in it. It's a little bit awkward. Booms out and clear to Shugs. Oh my god. I thought the bump was going to come out from Akame on Rooster there, but just couldn't get back to it in time, and that would surely put them in the lead. Maxu sends that one to the wall. Rooster just going to try to find the awkward infield touch, but Bao reads it early.
There's a moment there that almost all 6 players were just at the halfway line, and it still continues. Everyone forward. Where's the defense score? 19 seconds remaining. Rooster gets the go-ahead goal. Ekame, what happened here? Turns away. Shooks turns away, and then they go, oh no, hang on. They're going for the right post. I went left, and it's 2-1.
It's because they heard what I said. Molly, I said they're gonna win the game. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter who, they're gonna win the game. I called it early. Booze knows ball. That's going wide. It doesn't matter. We don't even need to talk about the game anymore because it's over. There's 7 seconds on the clock though. Kame's gonna try and make me be quiet. Rooster has the 50-out one. Bow sends it to the corner. Hit the ball down the other end, and it's all she wrote. W-Riz take this game 5 in quite calming fashion. Rooster finds himself with 4 demos. Great stat. Great stat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that's the best game 5 I've ever seen. But there was, there was an own goal, so OCE, that's a box ticked off. There was a pretty open net that the defense of W-Riz did let through. I guess that's another box ticked off. And the winner, I mean, it was a pretty big letdown how that winner goes in, but it goes in nonetheless. 2-1 win in game 5. And yeah, I mean, 4 demos from Rooster. We spoke about demos at the start of the show, saying that, hey, maybe, getting some demos could cause some real big problems. And in the final game of the first series here today, in the quarterfinal, it did cause some problems.
Yep, and, well, I feel like they're going to need to change up their gameplay, though. If they play like that, they're not going to win the whole thing. They need to maybe settle it down a bit. W-Riz know that they probably could have actually done more and better. We'll have to see later on, but we are going to jump to a break, cheeky little break, and we will be back soon. Like Wells said, the main event, I kind of want to see how this team got here, so they're going to have to impress me.
time comes, be ready. Don't you hesitate. There's nobody left in the world who could ever shake my faith. Holding me back, holding this back, don't you see? You can count on me, put it down on me, 'cause now it's all on me.
Hello and welcome back to Skrimzworld March Madness. Again, I'm Moni and I'm joined by Bougie. We've gotten through the quarterfinal stages and now it really starts to heat up. Semi-final time. The winner of this progresses through to the final. Single elim. So this is last life, as we said before. If you win here, you're through. If you lose here, you are out. Sea Monkeys Akimbo up next in the semi-finals.
I don't know about you, Moni. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but Sea Monkeys taking down the Pups and a regional champ in the off-season matchup. And I am going to say it, they also took down the Beekeeper. Scorchy losing to Spadoodles, Whale, and Purple Duck. Up and coming?
I mean, I think this series will be the one to really put that to the test. If they can win this, they have a spot in the finals, and then you can go. You know, they've done the work. They've made it to the grand finals. Right now, though, semi-finals mean nothing. You make it to a semi-final. If you don't make it through this point, no one's going to remember you at the end of the day. You have to win this series if you really want to make a name for yourself.
And if they do win, I can already see it now. CX9 is just going to say he plays too much Rust. He doesn't play the game anymore. And that's going to be his excuse. TK will probably just use the same excuse too. Nasty's just going to flame his teammates the whole time. So I'm actually excited. My money's on Spadoodles, Whale, and Purple Duck. I want to see them come through with it.
I think it would be a good story to see them come through and get the win here. I think my prediction's still going to lie on the side of Akimbo Esports, though, to be completely honest.
You are one from one so far.
Yeah, I mean, I've, pretty good predictions. So at the moment, 100%. Let's see if I can keep that streak going or not. But Sea Monkeys, they've had a great run to get here, as you said. Took down some teams that maybe they wouldn't have been expected to take down. Of course, getting the job done over Laxton's roster earlier, and then getting the job done over the Pups, who have been a pretty consistent side in the RLCS over the course of the last split, getting some decent runs. Some pretty consistent top 16s at least, making the GSL stage. So they are a side that, nothing to laugh at, but Sea Monkeys get the job done over them. Now it's really a step up for them. If they can get the job done here, then everyone can start taking them seriously. We are in a test lobby, and they really don't want us to move on to the actual game. They keep scoring goals. It's 4-4. We're probably going to an OT in the test lobby. Can we start the actual game, please?
They're going to OT. You already know they're going to OT. You have a lobby with TK Nasty, CX9, Purple Duck, Whale, and Spadoodles in it. At least they're scoring. They are showing signs that they can score. We might have actually an interesting series on our hands. Maybe we're going to have some high-scoring gameplay.
And good news is the test lobby has been done. 5-4. The way of Akimbo here. So, at least in the test lobby, my prediction's right. It's a matter of if they can carry it on over to the actual series here or not. But the Monkeys, they've done a really good job getting to the point they're at. Akimbo, they're probably expected to make it to this position. They're probably expected in this series to go ahead and make the grand final. It's now down to if they actually can do it and how they are playing on the day. Sea Monkeys to this stage have been looking, well, from what my guess is, they've been looking pretty good to take down some top teams. But now Akimbo in their way in the first semi-final of the day.
Yeah, my money's on Sea Monkeys. I'm putting it out there. I'm going against your money. I want the underdog run to go through. Shout out to CX for almost getting his whole name out of the books. And instead of just being named 7, he's actually just named CX. He forgot the 9. He can't. He's not perfect, but that's a great opening goal. 5 seconds into it, TK taking the lead. Little awkward 50 there, but up early, slots to home, and bada boom, bada bing.
And nice opener here for TK. 5 seconds in, and they have a lead. Akimbo coming out the gate swinging. And I mean, now for Sea Monkeys, they're playing from behind. They really want to make sure that they step it up, and that's exactly the way you do it. 2 kickoff goals back to back. We haven't even seen 10 seconds of play yet, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Nasty too busy typing in the Twitch chat. He's not ready to get back for that ball, and he puts it into his own net. Stop listening to the stream, buddy, and focus on the game, mate. It's 8 seconds in, and you're all even with the Sea Monkeys.
And another kickoff might have been happening there, but it goes wide. It might still be a chance to get a goal, and Purple Duck does get what I feel is like the first save of the game here. Finally, we've actually got a save instead of just an open net, and we can settle in to the series now.
Little touch around the back there, tries to get the little booming clear. Nasty goes higher, gets the reset underneath one, pops it over. Can't get around the second. 6-9 sends into the backboard. TK, they've got the chemistry. Can they have the proper link up? Nasty does well to catch it. Doesn't do anything with it though. Little touch over the top. And Sea Monkeys not really having to do anything crazy defensively there. It was more of a bit of boom left, boom right from this Akimbo side. A little touch around the back. Spuds up early for it. A little pinch off from Purple Duck. And I feel like this is how we're mainly going to see the momentum of this game go.
Nasty off the sidewall, just leaves it. And comes through CX9, and now it's a chance for Purple Duck to clear it. It's a nice change up from the opening 10 seconds. We're not seeing goals just flying in off the kickoff anymore. We're not seeing goals go in really at any side anymore, as we've been held goalless for quite some time compared to the way we kicked things off. Purple Duck gets a 50 on CX9, and now Spadoodles into the corner. Nasty will be there to play the infield ball. TK's up, and they both go, but neither really get a solid play on that one, as Purple Duck again is there. But at the moment, the pressure is absolutely building. Akimbo want the next goal to take the lead.
Nasty, great little solo play. Wish he could do that in my twos games, but at the end of it, didn't score. So it kind of is like my twos games. Still 0-1 with solo queuing into Nasty this season. Needs to definitely show that he can perform for me. Purple Duck does well to get a reset. Nice little touch out from CX9 though. Nasty pops up solo. Tries go for a double. Somehow gets back to it with no beans, and Purple Duck's going to be able to clear this one to the sidewall.
TK onto the back wall. Looks to dunk it down, but a touch by Spadoodles into the corner now. Might be a chance to break 3. No, TK with the corner boost. Great infield play, and Nasty looks to arc their run. Now a flick over the top. Great save for CX9 there to make it a 2-1 game.
Yeah, I feel like this is what we should be expecting. Lots of pressure coming out. There's only so long Sea Monkeys can actually hold on to that defensively. And those little holes, if they're not careful enough, are going to end up in the back of the net. But at least they can show that they know how to kick off.
Yep.
Back-to-back kickoffs, man. That's a great gameplay. Whoa. OCE.
Yep, 3 kickoff goals in the first half of the first game here. Not necessarily the ideal way to get us underway in game 1, but these teams won't mind as long as they get on the end of a winning result. TK and Purple Duck just goes. Now Spadoodles into the corner. A chance to build some pressure perhaps, but that flick over the top. Now a chance to break, and Akimbo looking to pressure. And a good steal of the boost there by Nasty. And now looks to get this one into the middle. Great second touch. TK up in a race. Whale gets a save. And a follow-up by CX9. Keeps the pressure alive. Akimbo looking to make it, again, their lead in this match. But it is denied. Spadoodles will look to play this one forward. Had a teammate waiting. Purple Duck was there. Well, it was absolutely read by the Akimbo defense.
Yeah, it's a little bit back and forth. And just big solo plays or booming clears coming out from the Sea Monkey side so far. Haven't really seen too many passes come, or even attempts to pass. Just little big boom clears. Pinch this, pinch that, and you're back on defense instantaneously. CX9 does well to get a nice little 50 over the top. It is a little bit orky. TK takes it up to himself, gets the bump. Spadoodles cuts early. Spud has a bit of time on this one. CX9 sitting on the backboard, tries to get around 2, does manage to get around 2, and they find themselves in the lead. The one pass that comes off wasn't really even a pass, it was just a little bit of luck, but in the day, that's all you need.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all about, of course, the luck. Being in the right position at the right time, though, means that the luck can really go in your favor, and it does go in the Sea Monkeys' favor here. They have a lead to hold on to, and they've been pretty good on these kickoffs as well. We might be able to get something to make a double extended lead here. However, Akimbo have other ideas. Nasty didn't quite connect with the flip reset. Now CX9 to the sidewall. Gets over the top of one. Nasty's up, fakes it out for TK. Great play, great save by Whale, and with a minute remaining, Sea Monkeys might take game one.
Yeah, good little touch over the top from Spud too. Whale has shown that he has a bit of mech. I have seen him around these ends of the field beforehand, and these lads definitely can turn up when they need to. If they do give them enough space, they can have their little bits and moments. But Purple Duck, like I said, goes up for it. Over the top of one. Can he get the read on the double? Drops it down, but Spud probably had a little bit too much trust in his teammate there.
Yeah.
And wasn't ready for it, because if he was, I feel like they could have punished him.
Let's play away off the back wall by Purple Duck, but only finds the opposition. Now Spadoodles might just do the same. Nasty to the sidewall. CX9 was a little bit too far forward, so TK has to come in and help out. Good touch, but does give away possession. Purple Duck with a full tank of boost. Looking to work it up high. Nasty's there first. Into the corner. Looks to drop it down middle. But Purple Duck again in behind it. And this could be a chance at the death. CX9 keeps it alive. And we still go in game one. As soon as it touches down, though, it will be game. Will it touch down? Yes, it will. Purple Duck on defense. Steps up and puts it down.
Hey, this is the momentum you kind of want as this team. They definitely want to be taking this into the next match. Just getting those little mistakes. Maybe Akimbo coming in with way more confidence. Probably just expecting to have a freebie going through into the final. But Sea Monkeys doing well to just be like, hold up, bro. You actually need to play the game to get there. So hats off to Sea Monkeys taking game one.
And we do have a restart for Whale after this game as well. So, I mean, maybe there was some tech issues there, and so it could have been a 4-2 or a 5-2 scoreline. Who knows? Sea Monkeys, though, did absolutely step up. And Purple Duck, on the bottom of at least the scoreboard we can see, might have been above Whale. I'm not too certain on that one. But did have a really good defensive game. Spud did have 4 saves, but Purple Duck, even with the 2, it wasn't just about getting the saves. It was about getting those defensive plays, and especially at the end, getting the ball down. It was those wise decisions to get the ball away or keep the ball close in the moments that really mattered. And Akimbo, they couldn't really deal with it in this first game. They did score a couple of times, and they scored a couple of decent opportunities. They had a lot of chances that they just couldn't convert, and I mean, that's really punished them by the end of the game.
I feel like all really Akimbo need to do is win the kickoff. If they win the kickoff, Sea Monkeys don't seem to be too threatening. They did manage to, like we said, create their own luck in their instance of getting that winner in game one, but maybe just calm it down from Akimbo and, you know, just play the game like they know how they can play the game, not just play a little bit too panicky or too overconfident.
Well, the good news is we've seen a goal scored, but it was after 10 seconds. We haven't seen 2 kickoff goals immediately as we did in the first game. It's a nice little placement shot here from TK, though, finding the top left. And, I mean, they hit the crossbar, hit the side post, but still the placement was pretty good to find the back of the net. And Akimbo, we saw a lot of kickoff goals. They've scored early here, not quite a kickoff goal, but they continue the scoring streak of at least scoring relatively early in this series.
And they've definitely shut that one down. If one person's losing the kickoff too hard, just send 2 people at it. You know, it's common math. It makes sense. And we've got a rule 1. We got 2v2. Nasty. Time to prove yourself. 6-9. Quote unquote, my carry. Come on, mate. Play the 2s games like how you're supposed to. They should be winning this now. They're 2s demons. They're 2s merchants.
Now it's time to see
they actually even play the game.
It's time to see if production's actually awake here if we ask them to head on over and watch the rule 1 for us. To get a perspective from that view, see if they actually listen or if they're just sleeping at the moment. There is a chance on target. It is cleared away. At the moment, I mean, we're in the corner. We're not seeing this change of perspective, so I guess the production have gone to sleep. But still, it's looking pretty good at the moment in terms of defensive plays. And another save comes through, but CX9 is there. And I mean, is that really worth it from Whale? Do they feel good about taking out a player there, or should they have just broken the rule 1 and got it back on defense?
Never break the rule 1, Monty, because if they had broken the rule 1, they would have lost it instantly. That's how the rule 1 happens. That's just the instant karma. I feel like he trusted his teammates to the point where he was like, I can just sit back and honor this truce, an agreement between 2 players, and it was beautiful to see. It would be nice to see it closer, but it's a pity our producing team was asleep.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him, I said to him, show us the rule 1, and no one was really interested in the background, so it really feels like it's just us two out here on an island at the moment, really isolated from the rest of the Skrimzworld team. Nasty looks to make it 3 over the top. Purple Duck gets beat. Spadoodles and Whale back on defense, and now Spadoodles a chance to take it up high. Takes it by CX9, won't get back to it though. Good pressure by Purple Duck into the corner. Follow up by Whale. Doink on over the top by Purple Duck, and they're looking to get something here. They're building some good pressure. Couple of pre-jumps that don't need to be there. A couple of pre-flips that don't need to be there. And a follow-up by Purple Duck goes too high.
Yeah, maybe the Sea Monkeys team aren't used to just finding this little room of space. Maybe they're not expecting to get these moments, then all of a sudden when these mistakes are coming out of a combo, which you wouldn't actually put money on them doing, they don't know what to do. They're a little bit frantic. It's like, you know, you're playing a shooter of a game and you have too many targets and you miss every single bullet all of a sudden.
CX9 gets beat. Demo might open it up. Do they have a goal? They do have a goal. Spadoodles, with the help of a Demo, does take us to a 2-1 game with half the game gone now. And CX9 giving away possession. That Demo really opened up the play. That's nice. That's better from the Sea Monkey side. Much more like what we saw in game 1.
Yeah, and definitely they would love to, if they go 2 up in the series, Money, we have a very interesting series on our hands. And I feel like this is probably maybe how they found themselves into these moments. Maybe they were winning those game 1s and like it wasn't best of 5s, it was best of 3s back then. All they had to do was just win one more game. Even if they do lose in game 2, they have the breathing space. So maybe we're trying to see the feel of what this game, this team is all about and how they've got to this stage. But it's a great shot, just wide, and Duck's gonna get a free clear.
Nasty does turn on this play now. 16 to tank by 1. Spadoodles will play it to the corner, but a chance for Nasty to drop it back for TK. 50's there. Anyone to follow up? It is TK again. Now CX9, the shot is good, but it's not good enough. And it's crossbar down and out. TK with the pressure, and another touch from Whale. A lot of pressure here from this Akimbo's side, but the saves keep coming through. And a big diving clearance by Purple Duck means that they get a chance on offense. Up high, and he follow up there. No, CX9 clears, but it's better from Sea Monkeys in this game. They've been held back on their defense so often, and now they get a chance to break again, but it's cut off. Akimbo might just take a 2-goal lead, and Nasty finds the top left.
Yeah, he's definitely sorted that one into the top corner. Sea Monkeys were doing well to hold on, but just that little extra bit of beans coming out from Akimbo, and they've definitely shifted the pace of this match. They're not overcommitting as much. They're making sure they're getting those mid boosts and really forcing the Sea Monkey side to switch on, but maybe a little too switched on at the moment. They've just saved it. They would have been straight back into it, showing how their kickoffs have worked so well for them, and they've just gone backhanded themselves.
CX9 leaves it. TK just puts one on, and it's dangerous, but it's not on target, so Spadoodles on the counter attack. Score this, and there's absolutely a chance for a kickoff goal to maybe force an OT, but CX9 gets back the other way. It's out 2, and the double into the midfield. I thought might have been going for goal there, but just couldn't get enough on it. Nasty shot again. A lot of crossbar shots being hit here from Akimbo. Nothing too incredible on offense. I mean, there was a very nice goal from Nasty previously to make it 3-1, but other than that, a lot of these shots just going too high, maybe too much pace on the shots, and they consistently are hitting the crossbar more often than they are hitting the actual goal. But they have a lead, so they won't mind that too much.
Yeah, the RLCS awareness is definitely coming out of this Akimbo side a little bit more. They're taking it a little bit more booms, a little bit higher, wasting more time. They've got that cushion goal. They know they don't have to overcommit. And even though we've got one back here, there's no time for them to come back from it. But a well-worked goal at the end of the day for Sea Monkeys, doing well, touch around, and for once the backboard actually being nice to them and then getting that nice little tuck away. But game 2, maybe in the way that we thought it would happen.
Yep.
But still, Sea Monkeys showing that they actually can take it to this team and playing really well.
Maybe that goal is just a bit of a momentum shifter there for Sea Monkeys, getting the final one of the game. And I mean, of course, they don't do enough to warrant themselves an OT in this game, but they do get the final one. Maybe that'll feel a little bit better for them. We've seen them so dominant on kickoffs in game 1. We haven't quite seen that come through in game 2. Maybe when we head to game 3, we'll see the kickoff strategies come through once again. And it looks as though It is going to be Purple Duck against Nasty, and no real kickoff strategy comes through on that occasion. And TK gets a chance for a Kimbo, but sends it back a little bit too far, immediately off the play.
Yeah, production having a bit of a moment in the background there as I look up to my food monitor and just seeing absolute scene switch up. But what you can't do is switch off that. And all of a sudden, again, scoring early as a Kimbo, taking the lead right off the bat. Sea Monkeys couldn't get the read on that one, and it slots around the back. Nice little tap in, and they're going to need a kickoff goal all of a sudden.
Yeah, Akimbo looking much more like themselves now. When the kickoff comes through, Whale does look for a bump, makes TK jump. It might be a chance, Purple Duck. For Spadoodles the shot wide, and you've got to be getting those on target if you want to win this series.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an awkward 50, a touchdown to the side. I feel like, again, these guys aren't really expecting that last pass to actually come through to them. And because, like you said, definitely needs to be trying to put them on target, or even just putting it in an area where someone could follow it up or could return the pressure again. But that's a great little ward dash into an infield pass. Bud does well to get out to the side of it in time, and CX9 just sends his car at it. It's still going to be okay. But Purple Duck tries to get a big booming clear. Maybe could have just took some time. Little infield touch comes out, backflip. That's the first one we've seen. I was probably expecting more by now, but game 3, find our first backflip.
Nasty. That's a good touch on the back wall. Had to be something there to make sure that a goal wasn't going to be scored. Spadoodles up high quick, gets over the top of CX9, who might recover. My camera has just completely like shaken there. Not too sure what happened, but at least we're at... I don't think it happened on stream, so it was just my glitch. So at least that's nice to know. I was a little bit confused as to what was happening. I was a little bit shaken up after what I saw. Whale gets beaten out over the top here. And now Purple Duck goes by as well. A lot of plays in this corner. A lot of plays in this half at the moment. Sea Monkey's really struggling to get free. There might be a chance now, but Purple Duck just goes by it. And now Whale into the corner. Might be able to get a touch if someone misses, although that wasn't a miss. It was just a pass straight to them. And now a chance for Akimbo to get free. But again, they're willing Akimbo to give up possession. They're willing to give up pressure. They're actively inviting the Sea Monkey side to go forward so that when they can counterattack, there's less defense. And we see that just here. They push up and no one's really back to get a good save.
Yeah, well, definitely not getting the double that he should have been going for. Maybe didn't even need to go for the double. There wasn't really much pressure until he created an opening for his teammate to be in a 2v1 situation, and against a side like Akimbo, really do not want to be, as TK has shown from his recent shots that if he's putting it on target, they're pretty unsavable at the moment.
Yeah. CX9. Almost a great infield again, but I mean, we're seeing these diving saves from Sea Monkeys. I think what we're seeing from this side is definitely they would be going into this one feeling as though they are the underdogs, knowing that they are definitely the side that people are expecting to lose here, so they're more willing. They really have less pressure on them to really perform. They're willing to throw their bodies around, but then you get moments like that of just pure quality. CX9, nice little pass in field, gets the flip reset, gets a touch over the top, and then Nasty finishes it off. I mean, even though you don't have that pressure, even though you don't have that concern from Sea Monkeys, it's hard to stop something like that from Akimbo.
Yeah, that's actually a quality shot, and even then, it might not have been initially pre-jumping that pass. That's again a kickoff goal. Again. Yeah. I couldn't even finish the talk about the first goal, and all of a sudden I was about to say, yo, big up to Nasty for having the awareness and trust in his teammate, knowing that CX9 could pull off a pass. Doesn't matter how it gets there, just knows he's going to get it there. And, well, it doesn't matter now. They've already conceded one. I probably should have been talking about the kickoff goal and another kickoff goal that could be happening right now. But nope, it's settled down a little bit. The time's played now. It's an in-play goal if it happens now.
I mean, there might be a little bit of a discussion here for these Akimbo side players that, hey, maybe we should work in our kickoffs in this time between the splits if we're really going to be taking this one seriously. We probably want to get our kickoffs a little bit fixed up if we're conceding so many so often, or at least conceding a lot of good opportunities against a side like Sea Monkeys, who probably came into this one really not expecting to be challenged, Kimbo at least. They are playing in the corner here again. And this is where Sea Monkeys are really dangerous, aside from their kickoff plays. When they get a chance to play it in front of net, they're getting opportunities. They just haven't been clinical enough. And that story continues. However, Akimbo with a chance. Nasty, double off the back wall. And now CX9 with some pressure, but low boost. They don't really mind. They keep the pressure going here. Akimbo without boost, with boost. They don't care. They just want the ball in the blue half.
Yeah, I feel like touching on like how you were saying that they're going into this game knowing that on paper they're not the team to be winning, and so they're having the confidence to just be like, oh, mate, if you get the chance, just send it, just go for it.
Yeah,
you know, just play the game, enjoy it. They're probably just yapping and having fun the whole time, and when these big goals are coming at Akimbo, most likely not even battering an eye at it. They'll be like, all right, boys, let's turn around, go back again. We know these guys suck at kickoffs. If they score, we get a kickoff. That's how I would be looking at it.
Yep. The demo in the back of play, Nasty, shot wide. And now TK looking to push up and has a bit of boost to work with out wide. Spud is up on the challenge, gets a play away, but it falls to Nasty. Stealing touch, might drop down. Purple Duck is there. And the one thing I have to say as well is, for the most part, the backboard defense has been really good from Sea Monkeys. However, most of the goals that they've been conceding haven't come from the backboard. Maybe they need to put a little bit more practice in the back post defense rather than the back wall defense. Or they need to get back in defense at the very least to stop that one. And TK does make it to 4-1.
Yeah, it was an all or nothing play. They've committed a lot of players forward, maybe hoping that an awkward 50 would come through, and just caught out. Can't really tell you too much about it. It wasn't a crazy goal, wasn't really a deserving goal. It was just a goal at the end of the day. And 4-1, a respectable lead and win for Akimbo, but they haven't really done anything crazy. Yeah, we had a moment where we had a pre-jump come out, then CX9 with a great reset into an infield pass. All I would say for Sea Monkeys need to do is just shut down those infield passes, and all of a sudden we have a really close game on our hands, because that's the only way that they haven't been done in, is that second man confidence from Akimbo really showing the levels of experience in the play.
Yeah, and I feel like if you are Sea Monkeys in this series as well, you're feeling really confident. Not only just, you know, of course you are losing in the series now, but the confidence will be there in terms of actually putting on a pretty good show here. Yes, they conceded a lot of goals overall, but they are putting on a display, and they're showing to other teams that, hey, we're not just here to make up numbers. We are actually a team that are able to step up and maybe might be next up, at least in making, you know, GSL runs or something in RLCS next split. They are looking like a serious team. They just need to get over the line in this one, and I'll feel like, hey, maybe they've deserved to get over the line and take us to at least a game 5. But if Akimbo do take this 3-1, I feel like, as I said at the start of this series, no one really remembers who made the semifinals. It's all about making that grand final. But hey, if you put on one heck of a show in the semifinal, people will remember that. And at the moment, Akimbo being pinned back immediately off the kickoff, which is pretty much expected at this stage. Their kickoffs haven't been the most ideal of plays. It does break down. But again, I think this is the longest we've gone in the game without seeing a goal. And it might just be scored now. Is that in? No, it's not. Off target, CX9 on the follow-up, not scored. And I'm pretty sure this is officially the longest we've gone without a goal at the start of a game.
Easily longest we've gone. It was more than double the time by the time you had even said that or even mentioned it. It's a good little infield pass though. Nasty gets it over the top of one, but Spud backs his teammate out and bails him out as soon as possible. Six trying to get back to it, can't do it in time. Double commit coming out. It's awkward. Purple Duck. CX9 does well to get that infield cut. Might be able to find a teammate at the infield pass. TK.
Hey.
Great little save comes out. Little bump in the corner. What an absolute rat. I mean, what an absolute mastermind and a great play to be aware. He needs to get a little touch there because Nasty hit it with his handbag and it wasn't going the fastest.
But that one, I mean, despite the fact that there's Sea Monkey side probably having fun with it, that one probably hurt a little bit. Just the fact that they definitely could have got there. They could have got the save away. It could have still been 0-0. And instead they bump the attacker, and that's why they can't get there rather than the other way around. Yes, I mean, it was initiated by the attacker, but still, they run into the side of the player, and then they concede the goal off at the back of it. But Sea Monkeys, they're looking a little bit more defensively sound at the start of this game, and I say that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Molly?
They're looking not so defensively sound now. I apologize for that one. I should have known better.
Maybe we need to just start talking the opposite. Let's not even talk about the match and all this other things, but actually go the way that we think they're actually going to go. Because I was thinking the same thing. I felt like that goal didn't really come out of too much. It was a bump. It was literally a bump from someone misreading and just landing in the right spot to come back for a bump. And we've got 2 bumps right there. Okay, demos, but no one to capitalize on it. And yeah, Sea Monkeys, they've conceded 2 really annoying goals. You're not wrong. Even if you're having fun with it, they would definitely rub you the wrong way, I would say. Spud does well to get up to this one, though. Can you get the reset? Pops it over the top, gets a little bit of a sling there, and back to a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, they're pulling themselves back into this one here. Just Sea Monkey's side. And I see Timmy in chat saying, how are the games still going on what? I feel like, you know, I could say, you know, it's a long tournament.
What happens when you get past round 1.
That being said, that's what I was going to say. I mean, this is what happens. The tournament does progress after you get knocked out in your first match of the day. So unfortunate for Timmy there. I mean, that roster, I feel like probably had maybe too much ego about themselves. I feel like they probably expected to do better than they actually did. Maybe not Ollie, because to be honest, I mean, actually Ollie wasn't playing, was Ollie? No, it was Guru that was on the final player of that roster. I think I did too much of an ego bump on Ollie, winning a 1v1 8-2 over the top of them. I'm trying to talk about other stuff here so that this Sea Monkey side can win, and it's not working. Akimbo just, they score again. It's a big dunk over the top. And 3-1, it feels like Akimbo are just going to progress to the next one.
Yeah, no respect coming out of CX9 there. Maybe a little bit of respect knowing that they were going to... These boys are capable of taking the ball to the ceiling and doing stuff with it. But as he's pre-jumped again from across the moon for absolutely no reason, just to send it at him. And like, Akimbo probably just going to run away with it. As I say that, they haven't conceded. I'll keep talking about it. Akimbo should be running away with it, like very comfortably. Okay, no, okay. I was trying to do the whole thing where you talk about something else and the opposite happens, but
Akimbo about to score a goal here. They're looking really good on offense at the moment. Akimbo, perfect. Yep. No, okay, it's not working for me either. In fact, it's doing the opposite. Hang on.
I feel like they're not the only... Sea Monkeys are the only ones having fun with it at the moment. Everyone's just cleared off the side. Maybe we're actually getting our highlight reels. We talked about the highlight reels.
Yeah. Just on another side topic here, while we're just talking about stuff, did the first 3 games get played on Manfield? Because I feel like production just woke up for Game 4 and went, oh, hey, we're meant to be changing maps. Yeah, and now it's Game 4, they change over the top to Utopia, despite the first 3 games being on Manfield.
We had that Hunter Temple match as well for
the that was the test lobby, and then we went to Manfield, and it hasn't swapped until Game 4.
But so we couldn't watch the Rule 1?
Yeah.
Production?
I mean, look, I'd love to blame, like, Jaden or Timmy here. Unfortunately, I can't, so I won't even bother about blaming production.
I think we can.
Actually, that's a great point. Yeah, no, they played in the tournament, they ruined the whole thing. Timmy, Jaden, can you please stop ruining our event? And that's a 5-1 lead. It's pretty much done now. Akimbo absolutely running away with it. Sea Monkeys, good fight in Game 1. You know, decent fight in Game 2. And they've been pretty much demolished in the rest of the series.
We've got 57 seconds left of just talking, Monty. We can really go hard out and really cast this game. I don't feel like it's going to make too much difference. We're seeing the trick plays coming out, the pre-jumps going like crazy. We're watching free play sim at the moment now.
Yep.
Purple Duck's going to try get a touch. CX9 for no reason. Once again, cutting down everybody on the pitch and sending it around his own backboard. Spud might be able to find a shot. CX9 just doing somersaults and woolly knots, and he's gone up for the ball for no reason again. Bada boom, bada bang. Interesting gameplay. Great gameplay. Woohoo.
Yep. 30 seconds to go now. I feel like it's become a let's count down how long left rather than actually talking about the game. That being said, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And can we please put the ball down on the ground? Thank you very much. That's a goal. 6-1. And we're done.
I'm not gonna lie, the nice shot though, quality.
Yeah.
Just sums up the series as a whole. A little booty pop off the plan B. And this game's ended 6-1. Would you believe that Sea Monkeys won match 1?
I'd believe it because the scoreline told me that. But watching that game at the end, if I only watched that game at the end, I probably would have said it's a sweep. And Sea Monkeys probably didn't score many goals. That being said, they did score a lot of goals throughout the series. Akimbo just they started scoring a lot of goals towards the end of the series, and Sea Monkeys got punished.
I feel like that game 2, if they took the game 2 and that 2-0 going in, we would have probably seen a completely different series. They would have had the momentum going in, the mindset. They probably would have got a lot more serious too, and tried not having as many moments, so to speak, as we definitely did see in game 4 there. But yeah, no, hats off to Sea Monkeys. They played well, and like you said, they could probably be making some GSL runs coming up in the RLCS split 2. Sure.
Yeah, they did look pretty solid overall. I mean, the kickoff goals in particular, they were looking very, very solid on kickoffs, and I think that's something that's maybe becoming more appreciated overall in terms of competitive play. Maybe not so appreciated in the past, but now we're starting to see teams really lock in on those kickoffs. They had a couple of good plays, but overall Akimbo definitely that step above, and they do progress to the final. And Timmy was in here going earlier, hey, look, it's taking us a long time. I can't believe this tournament's still going. We've got another semi-final before we even get to the grand final, Timmy, so strap in. You've got a long one ahead of us if you're going to continue to watch. That being said, everyone should continue watching because we do have the semi-final up next, and it's going to be an absolute incredible one.
Blue sky and the wind in my hair. White clouds and the sunlight is here again. Take my hand, hey, where have you been? We'll be alright, boy, now I see clearly. And I'll take the wheel. I can feel it in the air. This time will be for real. You know I found a way to send the sunlight to see you again. Take my hand, hey, where have you been? Let's take a ride, boy, now I see clearly, and I'll take the wheel. I can feel it in the air. This time will be for real. You know I got ways to get you back. We're headed for the surface, are you feeling that?
Welcome back. We have skipped over the top of the second semi-final of the day. There has been a forfeit come through from Skrimz, and that means we have progressed straight into the grand final of the Skrimzworld March Madness event. It is the Akimbo side we just watched against the W-Riz side we watched previously. These two sides will be going head-to-head in a best-of-7 in the grand final for the $300 prize pool.
Yeah, and just a moment, I'm just making sure this game actually, this test lobby goes down. I'm trying to get the ball in the ground so we don't go OT. Oh my God, they've scored. They've scored. We're going to OT, so we're going to have to talk a little bit longer now.
Yeah, we do have to talk a little bit longer, which I'm sure will absolutely thrill everyone in chat.
Loving it.
They will love the Yap Fest from us, as they did previously. We are in the overtime at the test lobby. We've got, I don't know how this has happened. Like, we've got our lobby master in there on the side of the two players in this test lobby. How have they allowed it to go to an OT? Just let the other team score. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's going on. This test lobby just keeps on going, so we'll keep on yapping. And an open net has been missed, by the way, so we're just going to keep talking. As I said, I guess, you know what? Let me just talk about the bracket to this point, as these teams clearly are not scoring in the test lobby anytime soon. W-Riz have made their way through the bracket in relatively easy fashion. They beat Cobra Kai Never Dies 2-0. Then they beat Jeej 2-1. Then they beat ABS, as we saw earlier, 3-2. And then a DQ win in the semi-final against Skrimz. And they're, of course, up against Akimbo, who we did just see play just then. They've had a relatively... I mean, actually, they had a contested bracket earlier on in the best of threes. They did 2-1 Wazar, and they 2-1 over Reborn Titans, 3-1 over Who's Going, and then we move on to what we just witnessed, which was Akimbo against Sea Monkeys, 3-1. So that is the story of how we've gotten to this point. It was unfortunately the DQ on the other side of the semi-final, so we progressed straight on through to the grand final. But these two teams will be looking forward to going head-to-head for that nice little prize pool.
Yeah, good yapping there, Monty. We were trying hard. I was about to say, Pat, just put this game on, because it's probably going to be the most intense gameplay of having 4 people trying to extend the test lobby and 4 people trying to finish it. But end of the day, we're here now. Grand final time. We got there in the end, and unfortunately, we did have a DQ because, as people probably saw in the chat, time delayed. Unlucky. Go next, I guess. Big grand final. We did just see a team coming off a probably more comfortable win. They did go down one game early doors, but both series we've seen so far, both teams definitely need to do something if they're going to try to take this at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about wanting to see a little bit more from W-Riz in the semi-final. They haven't even played the semi-final. Now, have they gone cold due to the fact that they haven't played the semi-final? And I mean, maybe they have, maybe they haven't, and I'm not too sure. But W-Riz got pushed to the limits earlier into a game 5. Probably wanted to see them a little bit more secure in their gameplay. So hopefully for them in this break, they can fix that up and look a little bit more assured in their own plays. They were very much a solo play dominated roster, which, I mean, I think will personally work against the Akimbo roster at the very least, if they actually get their shots on target and maybe play a little bit more clinically than they did in their quarterfinal matchup, which we saw earlier tonight.
Yeah, and definitely I feel like maybe this W-Riz team will be doing those things that we were talking about that the last match couldn't really do, cutting off that infield pass where CX was looking and the pre-jumps were coming out and the little tap-ins and the slots. Maybe this W-Riz team can shut them down early and we'll have a completely different matchup for this side Akimbo going into this one.
And of course, grand final means it is a best of 7. These two teams have played their way through the entire bracket, best of 3s, best of 5s, and now they are the 2 teams that get to play in the best of 7 at the end of the night. And I feel like Akimbo, they'll have the feeling of though they should have the momentum heading into this one after playing the more recent of the 2 series. And of course, they also have played more series tonight after they did actually play their semi-final. And that's a great opening play. Rooster to vault and a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, they're not cold, Money.
Nope.
They're definitely not cold. That was a great little play. Bolt, even though he had no beans, sees where Rooster's trying to put that ball, gets that little touch, and they find themselves with a 1-0 lead. And probably for the first time that we've seen today, Akimbo in the lead off the bat in the first 40 seconds.
Oh. Well, it's
Doesn't
tied
matter,
up now, so
Doesn't
who
matter.
cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's very quickly gone the other way. TK just dunking on Big Rooster, and Volt getting demoed out of the way. Probably, maybe slightly overcommitted there, Volt, expecting Rooster to do more in the air, and that's what makes them concede the equalizer. They might want to instantly reply again with another goal. Maxu had a big game in the previous series we watched from him. Hat-trick, including a 2-second goal and a OT goal as well. So able to clutch up in important moments. But in the grand final, it's a little bit different. You got more time, more chances to adapt, more chances to become that hero, more chances to become that villain. And for these two sides at the moment, they are locked head-to-head, 1 apiece after the first minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like both teams, finding themselves with probably a little bit more time on the ball as well in these like back-end parts, a little bit more respect, knowing that, hey, maybe this person isn't in the most threatening play. We don't actually have to go straight for them.
Yeah.
We know they're going to look for this infield pass, and we'll cut that down instead, and maybe reserving that boost a little bit more as we, the Sea Monkeys, we're definitely just like, go, trying to shut down the Akimbo side. And maybe if you're Sea Monkeys, you're probably watching to see how W-Riz do against these guys and what they are doing, so you can fix them up for yourselves.
Yeah, and of course in that series as well, we're talking about Sea Monkeys probably playing a little bit with confidence that they are the underdogs. They had the opportunity to sort of just play up to the speed, play up to the pace without worrying about overcommitting against Akimbo. Whereas this matchup here, I feel like both teams will feel as though they are the better team and feel as though they should go ahead and win this series. For both of these teams, then, of course, you know, they'll give a little bit... They will give more respect to each other than they did to their previous opponents, but they also don't want to give too much, especially if they have the confidence of being the better of the two rosters.
Yeah, and big plays coming out from both sides, but not really much happening. We do find a nice little demo there from Maxu on Nasty. Maybe that will be the deciding factor. Maybe the switch up. We had Rooster picking up some big demos in those last moments of their earlier series. And maybe that's what they will need to disrupt this Akimbo side. CX does well to catch it. Gets over top of one and forces two out of the play. TK hits that one on target, but it's a great save and a decent enough clear to buy this team some time as Akimbo find themselves with no beans and all of a sudden in defense.
Good chance here for Rooster, but CX9 gets there first, and now Maxu has to play for some time. Midfield ball, Volt, TK in a race that TK gets the play away, and Rooster all the way back on defense, looking to take that under his control, which is a great idea and concept, but the play didn't really go the way he wanted. And now a chance for Nasty, fakes out one. TK will turn, wants to get that mid ball into a teammate, but in the end, couldn't really find a pass back. Here's TK on the angle, and Rooster gets the clear away once more. Akimbo really pushing the buttons now of this W-Riz side.
Yeah, nice little booming clear. So I feel like we're actually just waiting for maybe that one mistake or maybe a cheeky bump to come out from either side, and we might break in this somewhat even game one on our hands.
Yeah.
Little touch comes over the back. Maxu does well to this catch. Cool come and collect. The flick isn't where he probably wanted to go. Maybe blame the ping for that one. Maxu does well to battle back in time, and Volt just tries to send that one down the side.
Good touch just to try to keep the possession away from this W-Riz side, but it doesn't work out in the end. CX9 with full boost gets by one, and now has a chance to break forward. TK's up, looking for the back wall. Volt doesn't connect. TK, the shot doesn't find goal. And maybe again showing too much respect. Expected Volt to get a touch. It's a three-man offense at the moment for this W-Riz side, but it leads to absolutely nothing for them. And game one is still as even as it can be. One apiece, 10 seconds remaining. It looks like we might have an OT in game one.
As the timer
Unless
comes down, I thought that was about to get slaughtered. The moment the Money curse where he stops talking and something instantaneously goes flying by. It's a big touch though. He's gonna get back to it in time. Does manage to keep it up. TK opposite knows the team has beans. Pops that one forward, 6, puts on target. It's a big save. Nasty's gonna send this one high. He knows the blue team is low. Rooster does well to clear though. Maxu might want to keep this up himself.
Oh, it's still Akimbo. TK into the middle. Volt does drop it down, says that's enough. Let's go to overtime.
Boring.
And game one has delivered to this point, aside from the boring play to drop it down there. It's been, I mean, it hasn't been the most spectacular Rocket League overall, but it's been highly contested. It's been energetic from these two rosters. TK looking to dive on that play, and it's cleared away. Now Akimbo with a chance. TK looking for a race on Big Rooster, loses out there, and Rooster goes again, but gets dunked.
Big clears coming up from both sides, but they're actually being able to follow up. Even though a miss comes through, still drops to one of their players lurking in the midfield. TK might go for the cheeky full field. Can he get back for the reset? Volt does well to shut that one down, and that's a double commit coming out of Akimbo. Nasty. Can he end this game early? Gets the reset. Maxu absolutely lost, bro. Get the map. Dora the Explorer is coming because he's cheated into the center of the goal for absolutely no reason. And Nasty with a flying 65 kilometers per hour shot finds the bottom corner.
Yeah, there's no saving that. If you're in the middle of the goal, if you're back post, it's probably savable. Maxu, as you said, sort of caught in no man's land in the middle of the goal there, pushing up for really no reason. You'd expect a player of Maxu's quality not to move into the middle of the goal that quickly. And Nasty, I mean, credit to him, absolutely capitalized on that opportunity, saw that the net was wide open there and went, I guess I'll take a goal. Thank you very much. Game one does go the way, or goes against this Akimbo, sorry, goes against this W Riz side. Would have expected probably a little bit better from them in that overtime. Didn't really come out the gates firing like they did at the start of the game itself. Overtime, they slowed down a little bit and they were punished.
Yep, and I feel like we have to have a moment here of appreciation, Monty. We've actually got the map rotation.
Yep.
We've actually seen it, and it's actually in process. Brewster does well to clear off his goal line, though. Nasty's going to try to open this one up early. Does he have a reset? Not really, but it's still awkward enough that it forces two players to make a save. Volt, big 50 out of Nasty. TK is going to get the reset, goes back to the wall, does well. Very smooth with it. Rooster just has a free ball, though, and just sends that one back down.
CX9 now has Nasty in front, doesn't connect on that play, and Volt in control now. Moving out to the wings, 50 on TK, and TK does incredibly well, and might find a double sent off target. Not quite seeing these mechanical plays from either team really be converted into a goal at this stage. That's a shot that's going to be a little bit testing, but TK with low boost does get back, and Rooster looks to put the pressure on once again. This W Riz side do not want to go down here. They instead want to go up, and Maxu across the net, and Volt finishes.
Maybe just knowing that Maxu has that little bit of higher ping coverage, just knows he has to go for it, sends it well, and does get the 50 that he needed, and drops it into the infield, and it's a good little touch, and just a cheeky tap, a little bit awkward on that back post. Not much you can do about that, besides trying to get the miracle touch. But TK is going to try bounce back early. Maxu up faster, gets a pass too, has a reset. Can't really do anything with it though, as he hasn't got the beans to get back in time. Nasty beats out too, but ball comes down.
Pretty aggressive stuff at the moment from W Riz, even though they do have that lead. Rooster, big dunk at the halfway line. Nasty has to connect, does, but doesn't do enough. And Volt does find the goal. I mean, I thought it was going for that left-hand side, but decided to go to the middle, I think. Maybe just tripping up the defense a little bit more towards that right-hand side. A diving defender couldn't read it, and a 2-goal lead. W Riz are looking better in game two.
Yeah, it's a good, nice little touch that he needed. It was definitely going to be getting saved, as CX also just trying to get as far across the goal as he could, making sure that he covered that side, but his teammate wasn't able to back him up, and it's almost in the back of their net, but proving that they've been treated to enough kickoff goals. Doesn't matter, it's awkward as a bump comes out. It's simple things coming out of W Riz right now. TK has to get the touch there, doesn't really do anything with it, and Rooster just sends CX9 to the back of the net, and it's a good tap in from Volt.
It's simple stuff for W Riz, but it's also simple stuff for them because Akimbo are struggling At moments you don't expect them to. Two players there had a clear-cut chance to get a touchdown field and don't, and then they get punished. And Rooster looking to make it 4 with the bump, doesn't quite find what's necessary. Maxu gets a piece on that, and that does mean that they can avoid getting a shot away at this point. Rooster to the corner again. We'll get back to it. Doesn't get the touch though, and Nasty is there for a bump. 3 minutes to go in this one. There's still time for Akimbo, but we've really not seen anything spectacular from them in this game. They really want to start now. CX9, flip reset, over the top, and it's found. Goal. And I'm saying we need to see more from them. That's the way to start us off.
I don't know how he's managed to get that back on target. I, for sure, even after the flip, wasn't thinking that was barred down and in, but he's done well to get that on target. And 2 goals, 2 minutes, 49 seconds, definitely doable.
Yep.
And like you were saying, I haven't really seen much coming out of this Akimbo side this match at all. But all of a sudden, now they're starting to pop off.
That's a great play from Akimbo, and you've got to trust your team to do something like this in your own half. But they find each other. Nasty goes up, TK finds him, and it's from within their own half. They do score, and I mean, 3-0 looked mightily unlikely. 3-1 looked a little bit more likely. 3-2, game is on here. Not even half the game gone. And this does feel like Akimbo have stepped up when they need to. However, Volt misses an opportunity there, and Akimbo can look to counter again.
Maybe they're just trying to prey on the Volt too. Getting those little cheeky quick chats in there as well. When you're losing, usually the quick chats don't come out until you start winning. But the confidence is key. Volt does well to get that save though, just trying to bounce back in time. Rooster gets collected for demos. TK can't beat out Maxu. Maxu gets the pass 1. Volt might be able to get hit for the 50. It bounces awkwardly into the infield, but Rooster's all the way back. Deep and lurking.
Oh, double commit here from Akimbo, not what you want to see. Doesn't really lead to anything though. Neither of the players could get back to it, and none of the defense were really awake to the opportunity to clear it away. Now Nasty up quick to the ceiling, to the backboard, to the goal. No, not quite, denied. And TK to finish it off. No, hits the crossbar as well. No boost in the tank from the W Riz side. They try to clear desperately, but the pressure keeps building. Now Volt gets it away.
Yeah, that's annoying for Akimbo. You're really thinking you're getting a goal out of that whole situation. CX with a pre-jump of dreams off the Cuxa. No 50 out of TK, but it almost works out well for him because I think the attacker was also expecting the 50. CX into the ceiling, does absolutely nothing with it. Nasty can't get up in time. Rooster does manage to beat him out. And maybe if you're W Riz, you kind of probably want to get another goal. The momentum has shifted and has changed, and it's Akimbo side playing with a lot more confidence as the bump's starting to come out and the ball is rolling.
I feel like for this W Riz side, if you fall back onto the fact that you have a lead, you're probably going to get punished. You do need to get ahead. You do need to go and try to find another goal to add to the tally. The shot away, but Nasty with the save. Infield ball again. Volt's there. And double commit on defense makes the save. And Max, you can keep going. But as I'm saying, you don't, as you said, the momentum feels like it could be shifting towards Akimbo. You don't want to give them that pressure that could lead to a goal. Volt with another shot. And W Riz really putting the pressure on now. They absolutely want to make it a 4-2 game. Volt into the middle, over the top. Nasty gets a touch and absolutely had to. Now a chance to counter, is it? Yes, it is. Nasty with a big 50, but Maxu gets it clear.
Yeah, big demo coming out though. It's going to put that one on target. Maxu gets absolutely dunked on there. TK, can he get it past? Does get it high and lurking over the top. Volt low on beans. Does this? Ooh, managed to beat out Nasty. The time is ticking down over the clock. 2 seconds on it. Maxu with a big 50. Who's going to be up first? CX is up first. Both players in this defensive lineup for W Riz opting to be on the backboard and staying low. The bump tries to come out, can't get back in time, and that little touch was all she needed. And they find themselves at 1 apiece in this best of 7.
Yeah, I mean, they were pushed there at the end. W Riz, Akimbo really wanted that 0-second goal. Volt, by the way, 7 saves, 1,036 score. 6 shots, 7 saves, 3 goals, no assists. Scored every goal for W Riz. What a game from Volt to step up. That's when you really need someone to step up. Seeing 1,000 score with 3 goals and 7 saves is definitely a way that you'll feel that confidence for the rest of your team.
Yeah, no, definitely. And maybe it's a little bit of a breathing space for this W Riz side now. They like having those moments, those big plays come out, and you're not having to stress about it going into the back of your net. 7 saves is absolutely criminal and should not be happening at any point. Maybe Volt could be looking to his team like, come on guys, like, help me out, boys. I need something. But great little solo display there. Maybe Akimbo couldn't really rock the feathers enough, and it's just showed.
Yeah, and at the same time, as you mentioned, the momentum felt like it might have gone in Akimbo's favor, and I mentioned that certainly meant that WRiz wanted to keep the pressure on, wanted to chase that goal without going to giving up too much possession, too much pressure to Akimbo. And I feel like at least getting over the line there by looking for those chances. They weren't sitting back. They were happy to get forward, and they still get the win over the top. I feel like the momentum might just be shifting back in the favor of this WRiz side, and that fake is fantastic. Maxu gets the opener.
I feel like that fake wasn't intentional. Okay, maybe it was.
I feel like it was.
Maybe
I'm going to say
was.
that was intentional.
Maybe, I'm not gonna lie, I'm expecting him just to score it, to be honest. I thought Rooster would have that in his locker, but apparently not. But it's a good fake, a good play, and he does well to actually still put that top bins, because there was a little bit of light at the tunnel for Akimbo there. They could have actually got the save. It had to be quality of a shot, and it definitely was.
Good chance just to equal us up, and they do it almost immediately. There wasn't a lead long for WRiz here. Nasty gets the equalizer off the back of a TK infield play. Good speed by Nasty to get there first, gets the goal. And I mean, it feels as though this series could go the distance with the way these two teams are fighting it out in the early games.
Have you ever been part of a best of 7, Monty? That actually meant something?
Have I been a part of one?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in the best of 7 display. I'm usually out in the best of 5s.
It depends on what you consider important. Because I did win ODL Season 5, Div 2. But that's Div 2. So, you know, do you really count that? I don't know.
Div 2 is probably, in my opinion, between Div 2 and Div 3, are the most important divisions in ODL. No one actually really cares about Div 1. But and probably we should be caring about this game. Is TK's managed to find himself a lead. We're talking about us, and we're just yapping, and TK swallowed that bottom bins. Talking about placement in the last shot and the quality that was needed, and he's done well there.
Yeah, feeling a little bit silly there with the goal that goes in, and I'm going, you know what, I won ODL season 5, Div 2, so it's, you know, I'm pretty good. But no, it is a good goal there, and there might even be a second one just to give them a 2-goal buffer. Crossbar down and out. Oh, no! What? There was a second touch in there, I think, from the attacker, and then it's taken away off the crossbar. That's incredible to not have a 2-goal buffer. They do now, though. Nasty makes sure of it.
I was jaw dropped for a moment there. I didn't know. I knew he was coming down for the ball, and I felt, okay, if you're playing that shot, surely you're putting it in the bins. Like, it should be in the net regardless. And all of a sudden, it's bounced off the corner post, and then somehow Roosters read that, going back to it in time, and saved it. But at the end of the day, 5 seconds later, it was all for nothing because they still conceded.
3-1 down. 3 minutes 30 remaining. WRiz, they had some good opportunities. Crossbar down and out, but it's in by Nasty. I was going to talk about WRiz really looking decent in the previous game. Really a big step up, but now they are being dominated. I'm not too sure if they can really pull themselves back into this one. Akimbo, they had the ability to shift the momentum a little bit in game 2. They didn't get the win in the end, but they shifted the momentum. Will WRiz be able to do something similar here, at least get momentum back in their favor? Or will Akimbo just run away with it at the moment? Akimbo running away with it looks a lot more likely.
Well, I don't want to say anything too early, but it went from, it doesn't matter. Okay, I was about to make a comment, but it's kind of just screwed that all up for me. I was about to say, waiting from 1,036 points to only having 26 points, but now he's top of the player on this team with 108. Okay, I was about to give him a little bit of a nudge, but it doesn't matter. He finds himself a goal, Volts bounced it back. We're back to a 2-goal deficit. Only that little bit of a cushion now, and like we've said earlier, 2 goals in 3 minutes, doable.
Absolutely. Maxu, that's not a great giveaway though. Crossbar again, Akimbo. They love finding the crossbars. Maybe more than they even like finding the goal at the moment. Infield, cut off by Maxu. Good second touch as well. Looks to get the 50 across. Volt will Commit a little bit too far across. We'll leave it instead. Rooster in control. Now the mid play. Volt shot on Nasty with a save, and Maxu looks to put the pressure on here. W-Riz really starting to change that momentum that I spoke about. Half the game left, and they're only 2 goals down, but that double commit won't do them any favors.
Yeah, I don't even know why Volt came in there. Maxu literally 50s 2 after beating 1. And Volt just flies in there for absolutely no reason, and they lose position of the play. But Rooster's now going to find himself in the ball. Look for an infield pass from Maxu to Volt. The 1-2-3 not leaking up. Need to go back for another pulse moments. More guys. Jay-Z here. Ball pops high. Rooster to Volt. And my... Brother B. Bro. Nasty. Yo, quick chat that, Nasty. Yeah, Volt, thank you, bro. Close one, mate. Oh my god.
Oh, it's great that no matter what level it is, OCE can deliver moments like that. And I mean, I do appreciate. I don't always appreciate the quick chats, but I'll appreciate a close one there when you've made a mistake like that. But Nasty has had a very good game despite that mistake, and gets another one on the board. 4 goals from Nasty. Of course, made that mistake for the last goal for W-Riz, but 4 goals out of 5 shots. I mean, that's pretty good statistically for Nasty.
Yeah, he's definitely listening to the stream too, because I feel like those quick chats went for the game. I think that was for us.
Yep.
As he's bounced back there, Nasty has to get a touch, does well to clear. Maxu up high. Nobody there to touch it through though, and it's going to be booming cleared. Rooster has to get a touch. He's going to be sent all the way down. Nasty might be able to find themselves with a free infield pass.
Whoa.
6-9, a big swing and a miss. And now they're battling down the other side. So it's a great infield pass from Maxu. Gets the bump, gets the play. But still, lurking into this back corner now. CX9, big 50.
Volt will turn on this with low boost into the corner. Gets a 50 on CX9, but Maxu maybe jumping a little bit too quickly. And drops it back for Rooster. No, bumps Rooster instead. That's not ideal. We'll blame that one on the ping. As Volt gets beaten out by CX9. Hits it high with 10 boost in the tank. Maxu, though, will take it under control. And Nasty a little bit too far forward. Allows TK to push up. Good opportunity for Akimbo just to score another one. And that would really be that in this game. But if W-Riz can score off this opportunity, the series, the game is wide open. What a shot from Volt to make it 4-5.
Yeah, that's actually a beautiful display there. Somehow gets it around CX9. A little bit unlucky for that 50. And TK a little bit too deep in that net. And it's a beautiful shot from Volt. Just slots that one down right in front of him too. It's on your head. And there's only 1 goal in it. I'm not even going to lie. This game doesn't feel like there's been 9 goals in it.
No, absolutely
It really
not.
doesn't. It definitely does feel like it should be close. But 9 goals? The Psycho. Great Psycho. Great play off the ceiling. Rooster can't get back in time. But does well not to just panic flip out. He had no beans and should have actually had no chance in saving that, but definitely does well there. 20 seconds on the clock now, and we might actually go to OT.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here from W-Riz, and Akimbo have made a couple of mistakes, a couple of misplays, and a couple of double commits to go with it, but they have to go the full length of the pitch here and keep the ball up in the air. Maxu gets over the top of one. It is still alive in the midfield. Rooster to the back wall. Volts up. Can he score it? Rooster! Own goal! It's tied up with an own goal.
Oh my god. And who to do it but Nasty? Absolutely crazy scenes going on. What an absolute masterclass. OT 5-5. You know what happens now though, right? We've had a 5-5 goal scoring back and forth. We go to OT and it's going to be at least like 4 or 5 minutes now with the OT of just back and forth solo play. Oh my gosh moments as this one taps over the top. Maxu straight to 6-9 goes for the double. Great save from Volt. Should have been in the back of the net, but like I said, it's a 5-5 OT.
Maxu now looking to play it to Volt.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't go the distance in a 5-minute OT. It's done in 33 seconds. Everyone forward from W-Riz. They've turned the game around and they go ahead in the grand final.
it's a nice little display of play though. Nice little touches, the awkwardness, a little pop up, and then Volt just realizing it was because if he loses that, by the way, it's in his net. There was no one in any capability being able to get back for that. Like all they had to do was just bounce off the backboard, and somebody for any weird reason was probably collecting 100 boosts on the mid, and would have just turned around and gone and tapped it in. But he's done well. He's scored 4 again.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get the 1K as we were expecting, but 100% goal to shot ratio and had a few actually nice shots too going into that one.
In the first couple of minutes, you're talking about, hey, maybe Volt hasn't stepped up in this game like we needed from him. You know, they had a really good previous game, and they're at the bottom of the leaderboard currently. Then they score their first of 4. Really good from Volt again, really taking this series by the scruff of its neck and really making sure that Akimbo pushed the entire way through. That being said, they have a lead in the series. If they can win this one, they'll feel as though they are home free in the grand final. Of course, there will be at least another game for them that they have to win, but win this one and they feel as though they can breathe in the series.
Yep, W map change once again. Yep. Beautiful play. This is probably easily top 5 maps for me. Top 5 maps. Okay. Easy on the eyes. Nice, still ideal though. Not too shiny, not too bright.
Yeah.
I do like the little bit of a dark aesthetic, and that's a great clear coming out of a Rooster, but Sex just sends it straight back down. Volt doesn't really do anything with it. Has to scramble to get back for it. Maxi bails his team out though. Nasty onto the sidewall, 50'd out, and this one's for the TK. Might be able to try to find something. It's just a little bit awkward. The bounce just wide.
Nasty infield. CX9 didn't read that one. Does take it under control, and that pinch goes pretty much nowhere, but past the first defender. And now Nasty to the back wall. Volts up quick, but TK there to keep the pressure going. And Akimbo, they felt the force of even having the lead being taken from them in the previous one. They just want to make sure that the momentum goes back in their favor, but it won't go back in their favor as Rooster scores an actual goal, unlike the tie-in goal in the 5-5 previously.
Yeah, you gotta score those, CX, man. If you're gonna go for a cycle in your back corner and leave your teammate completely awkward, you gotta at least hit it the second time. And that doesn't have to go in. You just gotta make sure you hit it if you're gonna go for that, because you've really screwed over your teammate. Maxu, unfortunately, doesn't manage to make a 2-goal lead, as he got a nice little bit of a cheat there off that kickoff. And CX gonna find himself with no beans on that one. Leaves the ball for Nasty. Taps over the top from Volt, though. Absolutely picking up the pace and display at the moment. Volt, Rooster getting a little bit more involved as well. Seeing his name pop up a few more. CX9 big clear. Nasty into the corner now. Maxi, what can you do with it? Oof. Gets 50, does well to keep it out of his net.
TK won't get back to it. Rooster gets it away. Maxi up nice and quick to win the midfield battle. And Rooster with low boost just tries to put the pressure on. TK with a bump doesn't come through. So Nasty has to collect. And collect he just does. No boost to use again, but still a shot comes through from TK. And a bump as well. Maxu looking to break that pressure. Gets by 1, but CX9 looking to get something for Akimbo. They haven't scored for the last 3 or so goals. They really want to pull themselves back into this series. They really have to do it in this game, it feels like. Otherwise, the momentum might just get away from them. Maxu in the midfield. Pops it up 1. Now Volt gets by another. Nasty backflipped. Gets back 50 on the goal line. And CX9 clears away.
Yeah, it's a good clear there. A little bit hard done by that. W Roots wasn't able to come away with a goal. Definitely both teams, I think, stepping it up a little bit. I haven't seen a single quick chat. Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit more serious. I wish my camera was on so everyone could just see my facial expression was there. I just felt pure disgust. Like, why was that even?
What is this? Oh no.
Bang!
Oh no.
Great clinical shot. The ball pops over. TK couldn't get the clear. Maxu reset, does nothing with it. Volt does something with it, taps it in, and they find themselves 2 goals. Monty, what's going on, man?
I'm still speechless. I have no idea what that last play was all about. Maxu trying to get a double flip reset away. But Akimbo, it feels like they're shooting themselves in the foot at the moment. They need to do something different. They need to get something going forward. It's all been W Riz since that 0-second equalizer in the previous match. Akimbo really struggling to get stuff forward. CX9 halfway line, gets one over the top. TK is there and looks to drop it back. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in this one. They want to score soon just to keep that game alive, just keep the momentum, or put the momentum back in their favor. But WRiz, I mean, they'll be thanking this Akimbo defense for costing themselves a goal or two overall in this series and really putting the momentum back in WRiz's favor.
Yeah, Akimbo really, like we were saying against the Sea Monkeys, doing a quality job at just beating themselves at the moment, because this whole game really hasn't had much to show for it.
No.
Besides, we almost had a rule one in defense. We've literally almost had a rule one in defense after the ball pops out for a 50 to find themselves when they should be trying to scrape their way back into this game and making it all even. But now they have to find themselves 2 goals. Ball pops high. Good clear from Volt. TK is going to try to keep this one awkward. Maxi with an easy clear though. Doesn't manage to get back in time. Nasty 50s that one into the corner. Can get the bump from TK. Does manage to do so. Volt just sends whoever that was. I think it was 6-9. Absolutely packing.
CX9 now up, and they want to score soon. Nasty to the ceiling, to the double. Drops it down again, and has been going for that play on a couple of occasions. Hasn't quite found the goal yet, Nasty. TK up high. Wants to drop it down, but it's cleared away again. And WRiz are looking a lot more confirmed and a lot more cemented in the way that they want to play, rather than this Akimbo side really not coming alive here. However, that's a mistake, and it's a good goal. The defense not really able to break free. Nasty over the top, and Rooster drops it down for TK to tie, or to get a goal here with an opportunity to tie us up. Could it be a reverse 0-second goal here to potentially take us to another OT?
Yeah, we definitely said last time too, though, that this WRiz sides were, it took them a match or two to start find their place, find their footing. Maybe they're just slow comers, so that one's going to be popped down. That might be,
surely.
Oh, she rode the boards. Just, yeah, okay, thank you. If that somehow managed to keep up, I'd be having words, because that was criminal. But yeah, maybe they take a little bit more time to get into the flow of things. Maybe Volt needs at least 10 minutes to realize that he actually has to play the game, and then all of a sudden starts dropping 1k points. He's found themselves with 3 MVPs, by the way. Yeah. He's really actually starting to pull through for this team in the moments that he needs to. And I don't really want to comment too much on Akimbo, but boys, bro, we played the game or what? Like, what's going on?
I'm really confused as to what happened in that left corner from Akimbo. Why have players stopped playing the game? Why is the defender in a weird position? Why are they bumping each other? On the replay, I've just seen it. TK just stopped driving. Like, what is going on? I have no idea. But WRiz, as you said as well, Volt really stepping up here in this grand final, getting MVP 3 times in a row. Well, 3 times so far for WRiz. Every time they win, Volt's at the top of the leaderboard. And that sort of shows that, I would say that, you know, you're looking at Volt as that MVP has stepped up. But realistically, for me, I think this entire WRiz roster is looking really good. They're all playing their role. They're all playing their part. And that's not what we saw from them in the quarterfinal. It was a solo play game. Now it's a team game for WRiz, and they might be able to take out the grand final within game 5 of a best of 7.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like Maxu was the one that stepped up in that quarterfinal, really taking on that leadership role for this team. But now we definitely are. Maybe like we've had the limelight moments from Volt, but Rooster has been getting a lot more involved, so showing that he, like, his mechanical capabilities and knowing when he can go for the ball, when he can't go for the ball, even though he does seem to find himself definitely able to get those awkward touches, but also has that level of play to know when and where to do it.
Rooster does look to use some mechanics there, but doesn't really lead to anything. TK leaves it for Nasty and goes for a bump. Nasty doesn't connect on the play there. And now Volt low burst just hits it into the midfield. Nasty gets a touch away. Maxu plays it back, and instead of Rooster getting it to the sidewall, hits it back into his teammate. A chance for Akimbo to take the lead here, and they do just that. And we talked about Akimbo shooting themselves in their foot in the last game. That was a bit of a case of WRiz doing the same.
Maybe a little bit of luck there for 6ix9ine getting the pop straight towards his teammate after quite respectfully does fake it out in that corner instead of instantly playing, and Maxi would have definitely been ready for that backboard infield pass. So a little display there, a little bit of luck, and TK does do well to finish there. Little touch there is awkward though. Rosa pops it past one, doesn't get it past the second though. Bolt needs to get a 50, does manage to do so. It's going to drop straight down towards K9. K969, sorry, couldn't get to it in time. Old names come back. TK pops it around one, can't get it past the second. Nasty sends it down. Can Volt needs a big moment, does manage to get past the bump, fakes down, goes underneath, and does get the save.
Volt leaves this one. Rooster turns back. Oh, wait, hang on. He didn't leave that one. What? Volt? Oh, this is going to have to be a replay that we watch because he misses the first touch and then just gets back to it. I don't think anyone expected that to be the case, but Volt keeps going and steps up again after stepping down. What?
Once again, Volt showing that he can miss the ball, but again shows that he can still score somehow, and does manage to do so. This Akimbo team, if I wasn't tilted before this, I would be now. It would be so annoying to have that drop on your head. And it's a good shot from Volt again, and he's just toying with whatever he can get. Rooster does well to do nothing. Great fake.
Well done to Rooster for not doing anything there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Volt has really stepped up again. And I mean, I was talking about, you know, this, it doesn't feel, although Volt has been getting the MVPs, that he's been the one that's really been leading the team here. He's been doing his job and everyone else has been following in the footsteps. Whereas now it really feels like Volt just wants this series to be over with, which interestingly, Akimbo didn't call a timeout. Timeouts are active in the grand final. Would have thought that Akimbo would have called it after at least the previous game. They don't, and maybe it's working for them because they do tie us up. Half the game left, and TK finds CX9.
Yep, and for the second time, we've got a score line where it goes 2-2, 3-2-2. Beautiful. One of those weird observations that I've just made. I don't know why, it just happens sometimes. But it's a all even. And like you were talking about the timeout, we considering CX9 is currently in an evacuation house, hasn't got the best net in the world as he's been getting out the excuses early, saying that he is playing with 3-second delay of comms. Maybe a timeout where your teammate can't actually hear the timeout wouldn't actually help.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not too sure. CX9 though does get on the end of this one. And yeah, I mean, I feel like you still need to call a timeout. I feel like you're in this circumstance. Everyone talks about it at RLCS level that why wouldn't you use a timeout after going two games down? Why wouldn't you use it at all after going 3 games down? I mean, it feels like you should be using it if it's there, but at the moment, there's a chance to take the lead and they don't capitalize. Max, you counterattack, does take the lead. W, Riz go one into the other. And Akimbo again, just not really doing themselves any favors.
Yeah, there's being unlucky, and it's just the game just doesn't want you to win at the point. Like, yes, you can create your own luck, put yourself in the right spots. Maxi does well, put himself in the right spot, then runs away with it. But if you're Akimbo, that goal's tilting. That's a very annoying goal, and it just feels like everything's against you. It really does feel like everything against you, because Volt does well to read the kickoff, gets the reset over the top of Nasty, and that's slotted in. And from what you would think, Akimbo would be taking the lead, now they find themselves 2 goals down.
Yeah, Akimbo, it feels like they're probably just about down and out from this one, but there is time. And I failed to mention, because it hasn't really been that highly contested realistically between, I guess, Volt and Nasty. Nasty had good moments, but so far it's been so incredibly controlled from Volt in this series. I will be hosting a 1v1 between the 2 players later in this week, so look forward to that. I think that's Wednesday. Actually, that might be Thursday night. No, it is Wednesday. I was right. Got that, you know, just I scheduled it. I said, when do you want to do it? I organized it and I forgot. No, it is Wednesday night. that Nasty and Volt will be going head-to-head in a 1v1. If you're interested in watching that, there's a couple of other 1v1s going around over the course of the next week as well. But Volt and Nasty, they called each other out on X or Twitter. I mean, I typically say Twitter, but it's apparently X now.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
But yeah, they called each other out. So they'll be having a 1v1 at the moment. Volt, I mean, in the 3v3, at least has the bragging rights as it stands.
Yeah, but if I've known ones, I've played a lot of ones. Back in the day, it's all I used to play. Back when I was just a 60 FPS merchant and dropping 500 games of ones. It's completely different, the threes. I would definitely love to watch that though, seeing the beef and how much both players want to. It's like a contest to who can out-tilt the other.
Yep.
You know, like one player's trying to say it's not going to get to them, but when that player's dropped 4 goals on your head for the 3rd time already.
They're not sticking around, Akimbo. They are not sticking around for the end of this game. Everyone's out. And W Riz, let's see how big they can make the scoreline, I guess. With 10 seconds remaining, it doesn't look like they'll actually score any, but they will let the time go down.
I'm defending. I've got the boys. The weed whackers here.
Oh, and they've gone away. We're looking at ourselves now. We're not even watching the game.
Dang it, man.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Okay. Well, I didn't even get my moment. Oh, I'm up. I'm going for a Psycho Money.
Yep.
I missed. It's unfortunate. Oh,
yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
That is the grand final. And I mean, it felt like it was relaxed in the end. Like there wasn't honestly too much to get loud about for W Riz because they just kept scoring simple chances. Akimbo kept shooting themselves in the foot. Volt again with another MVP performance though. Stepped up, got an MVP award in every single win that W Riz had in this series. 700 points. I think that's the second 700 point score that Volt had. And there was also 1,000 points in there at one point as well. W Riz really stepped up. Volt really stepped up. Akimbo, you know, as said, CX9 did have some tech issues, of course, having to evacuate. So that is unfortunate for them, but really didn't step up at all for the team in the grand final.
Yeah, and also if you guys are in the chat and are aware right now, this is March Mayhem. Well, the tournament might be over. What are we doing next? Guys, make sure to vote in the poll. You want a 1s, 2s, or 3s tournament coming up for April. And yeah, I'm looking for it. Maybe I won't be casting money. Maybe I might decide to play. If Volt's winning $300 in a team, I can win $300 in a team. Let's be honest. Maybe I need to find something. Money, you want a team?
Look, we played a 6-man a while ago and it was fun, but I feel like we trolled a little bit too much. I feel like doing that in a tournament wouldn't go well for us. I'm going to blame primarily you and not the fact that I don't play the game that much anymore. So, you know, I apologize for turning you down, but I think I might stick to casting for the moment.
But yeah, definitely, guys. Congrats to W-Riz. I want to say they worked really hard for it, but I don't really think they had much to do. I feel like Akimbo really just beat themselves, and obviously circumstances are circumstances, and maybe it would have been different if we actually got to see the semi-final that would have happened between them and Rent's due, but clearly they could afford Rent because Rent obviously wasn't due because they didn't really stay around for it. But nonetheless, I hope everybody was entertained. I personally was one way or another was really entertained with the matches that were played tonight. I don't know about you, Monty, but I enjoyed it, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, there was some moments that I just went, why are we even talking about Rocket League at the moment? Let's just talk about something else. How's the weather? Actually, that's not a great topic at the moment, really. So that's my bad. But like anything else, we could have talked about anything else and probably had a better time at stages. But overall, it was a good event. And W-Riz, we saw them in the quarterfinal. We didn't see them in the semifinal, but we did see them in the grand final. And they looked pretty good. They had struggle moments where we went, that's not a great look from W-Riz. But then in the grand final, absolutely step it up. And I mean, Akimbo, they put on a show in the semi. Couldn't do the same in the grand final. W Riz do win this event. They win March Mayhem. I think it's probably about $180 split between the team. I'm not certain on that. I think it's about a 180 to a 120 split. Haven't got confirmation, but I think it's about that. So a nice little bit of money to go into the pockets for W Riz. And Akimbo do get something as well for their effort tonight. Bougie, it's been, you know, as you said, there's been good moments. As I said, there's been good moments. There's been some not great moments. But overall, it's been nice to get here and commentate with you once again. Of course, last event was a little bit more laid back in the casting. It was enjoyable, though, to actually get inside the casting booth and step it up a little bit, at least for, you know, maybe the first couple of games of this grand final before it really got away from Akimbo.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed myself too, Monty. And hopefully out to everyone there, make sure to join the Discord, get amongst in the events, and keep an eye out for the next tourney is dropping. And the poll has said they want another freeze tourney. Whether that will be what is happening, you'll just have to stay tuned. Make sure to join the Discord, follow the links that be popping across the channel, and yeah, much love, and we'll catch you guys later.